set a beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Hello, happy Thursday and happy New Year. It just dawned on me. Happy New Year. How y'all doing? Come on in. Happy Thursday. Come on in. I hope y'all doing good. You know, I know all y'all made y'all New Year's resolutions. I hope they go through. Man. I didn't do a New Year's resolution this year. I just decided to just make change, you know? But at any rate, we are here. We made it to another year. It is 2026. Girl. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I was watching this video. It was a tarot reading. The lady's name is Shavi Zane. I just love her. Anyway, I was watching her tarot reading, and she brought up the fact that there was going to be a pandemic coming up in 2026. Now, I had already told y'all in December, November, I said, y'all, remember when I came back from New Orleans? I said, and I got sick. I was out for like a week. And then I had said, last time I came back from New Orleans, a pandemic happened. Because last time I came back from New Orleans, I must have had COVID before it was known. So I got it first. And then like months later, no, I ain't gonna lie, it was maybe like a month later, then it popped off. Well, all I'm saying is, I don't know if this is true. This is all, you know, people's prophecies and things of that nature. But I had already been feeling one brewing. I'm telling you, I had already been feeling one brewing. I'm telling y'all now, if that is the case, keep your head on the swivel and stay true to you. Because I'm telling you, one thing I know about the Democrats and the Republican stuff, they not going to let Trump get up out of here without a pandemic. You know what I'm saying? And what I had felt like the flu, but it didn't feel like COVID. But I tell you what, it put me down. Y'all remember, I was not going live. I had to literally stop going live. I could not get off the sofa. So whatever it is, if it is to be that, I'm telling you, I've been getting the feeling. And for me to get that confirmation from the girl who was doing. My bad. Now, I'm telling you, for me to get that confirmation, I'm telling you, I think something coming up. I think something brewing. But if it is, I'm telling y'all, just keep your head on the swivel and stay true to yourself. I don't foresee it going exactly the way it went the last time, but I do see the mass majority going with the move. I do see, however, more people bucking the system, which is a good thing. Only thing I'm telling y'all is do what's best for you. Keep your head on the swivel and keep going within. Speaking of going within, Black Americans, do your genealogy. She said, I'm sick too. I'm sick now. Girl, listen, I was sick last week of November. No, first week of December. Because I came back after Thanksgiving. Girl, I came back the first week of December and was no good. I still have remnants of that cough. And it's January 1st. I still have remnants of that cough. It put me down. I ain't gonna lie. It was on the thing telling me what I need to do. And I've been paying attention to them planes flying in the air spraying that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, whoever feeling bad, I hope, like I said, like Millie said, I hope y'all feeling better. But it's a new year. Y'all, we got to start going more natural. We got to start taking better care of ourselves. We got to start raising the bar. All that accepting this and accepting that, no, man. All that accepting making us sick. It's making us fat. It's making us depressed. Girl, you know what I'm saying? We got to start make America have standards again. Yeah. I don't know what that acronym is, but give America standards again, girl. Because we gotta get back. But anyway, not to bring the new year in on a bad note, but just to tell y'all, Happy New Year. I'm so happy that you guys are here. I'm happy that you guys are safe. I hope y'all had a good time last night. I brought me a couple of little firecrackers. Girl was out there by myself. I think the neighbor across the street, her daughter looked out the window. But I was out there. You feel me? But yeah, I hope y'all had a good night and everybody was safe. Them people was out there bad. Ooh, I was not playing with them people on last night, girl. Them people was out there bad. And I know they was out there bad everywhere. So y'all, please remain safe at all times. His Wonder Woman is AST 2019. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Now we got a show today. No, before we get into that, Black Americans, do your genealogy. That is the way to reparations. That is the way to identity. And identity is the first key to freedom, okay? So I need all people who are Black American to do your genealogy. It is only a family tree. All it takes for you is to just get to the family, talk to the elders or whoever keeps the family records or know the most history. It could be oral history. Talk to your people and then go out documentation wise and match what you find. You're going to find more. When you do your genealogy, Black America, and this is one of the things we're going to talk about, you are going to find that you have indigenous history to this land. And that is going to completely change a lot of the things that you've been taught. Now, the enemy has found a way to make you believe that you have indigenous plus African history. And that's a way to pacify you into thinking that you're something you're not. It's a way to take you out of who you are. All I'm telling you is do your specific genealogy, get your family history, and you will find all of the answers you need. So I urge Black Americans all over, if you don't do nothing in life, do your genealogy. Find somebody in the family that's going to do the genealogy. If somebody in the family wants to know who we are, do your genealogy. If your people was adopted, somebody said, what if your people was adopted? Documentation. All you got to do is find who your birth mother is. I would go mother-wise. Find who your birth mother is documentation-wise, and you can go from there. You know what I'm saying? You can go to libraries. You can find out if she's alive, where she is, if she's buried, where she is. And you can go from findagrave.com and it can show you relatives. You may can find her mother, siblings, and things of that nature. And you know what I mean? Like it's a task for some, but it's a task that you need to do. Listen, all of this stuff that we're doing here was preordained. We are all here on earth at this time together for a reason. We are all here on this channel listening to me, and I'm talking to you for a reason. That means you have ears to hear and eyes to ears to hear. Yeah, ears to hear and eyes to see. So please, if you don't do nothing, do your genealogy. Thank you, Diva Kikas, for becoming a new member. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. And let me also say this, y'all, please, ground if you can. I know it's cold outside. Ground, meditate, pray. It's time you go back within so that we can find these value systems that kept us alive. Because right now, it's not looking good. But we doing better than most because we're going to get into some things. So the show today is a New Year Day show, and things are not looking good for a lot of foreigners. Now, one of the things we're going to talk about is Somalians. Remember, we spoke yesterday about them being caught up with fraud. So apparently a bunch of Somalians in Minnesota and other places I'm finding have created systems, yes, under Democrats, but they've created a system where they have been frauding the government or defrauding the government allegedly for millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. And they were caught. Some clear YouTuber or podcaster or whatever he was found them. It went viral. The clears have been on the Somalis behind. And ever since then, they have came out yesterday, and came out and said that they were robbed of all of their paperwork. And it's going to be hard. It's a lot of bad stuff. It's a lot. We going to get into it. Now, I also want to talk about Stefon Diggs, the chef that he was alleged to have strangulated. Details that came out about that. I think I spoke to y'all about this yesterday. The chef was someone who I believe he was sleeping with because they say he walked into her room. Girl. Okay. So I believe he was sleeping with her, but there's some text messages that were released, and I don't know if Stefon is trying to make it seem as if she was trying to just extort him, but I believe the text messages tell more of a damning story about Stefon putting that little thing everywhere except with Cardi. We gonna get to it. We also want to talk about Tariq Nasheed. He goes on Twitter and literally admits that Black Americans are American Indians, and we are going to discuss it. We going to discuss it, and then I also have the foreign leaders or the foreigners and how they led our culture and how we cannot allow that to happen again. Moving forward. When I say our culture, that means hip hop, food. I mean, that means music, food, language, all of that. All of these cosplayers, all of these people with the mask on, and we pulling it off at the end of the episode like Scooby-Doo. Done. We're not doing that no more. We will be taking names and making sure people are who they are, because we have been led astray by a bunch of foreigners. 21 Savage being one of them, Nicki Minaj being one of them. You get it? Rihanna being one of them. We didn't even realize it, because I didn't even realize it at the time. We were literally being replaced by foreigners in every facet of our culture. Every single facet. Hell, Issa Rae running Insecure. Issa Rae ain't a Black American. That was the hottest show on TV at one point. You know what I mean? Yup, Biggie, Drake, all of them. If it was a snake, it would have bit us. We had no clue that all of these people were cosplaying. We literally sitting up there thinking we all won, all for us to get here and figure out, no, them people ain't nothing like us. They say 50 Cent. I heard he Jamaican. I heard he half Jamaican, and nigga, I don't know what's going on. But slowly but surely, we were sold out to foreigners, and we gonna discuss that and why that is a horrible thing. We gonna discuss it, y'all. Get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building. I appreciate y'all for being here. If you are new to the channel, first and foremost, welcome. First and foremost, but then secondly, like the video. Thank you for being here. Okay. All right. I have an honorable mention I want to get into right quick. So did y'all see Joe Budden go off on Keke Palmer? So y'all know Keke Palmer has been an advocate for abuse victims. Now, let me say this before we get into it. Keke Palmer had an incident in the past with Trey Songz, but she said she had to hide in the closet because Trey Songz was a predator. I believed her then, and I believe her now, because Trey Songz seems to be a predator. I think that's a one-off. However, Keke Palmer does have questionable behavior. I recall when that incident, when that video dropped, of her home video of her fighting with her boyfriend or baby daddy, we were all out here winning with our head down, and Keke Palmer went back to her baby father. And it was at that point we realized through the truth that, girl, they be fighting. Well, fast forward, Joe Budden saw that Keke Palmer was hanging out with Blueface, who people think or seem or feel like is an abuser. And Joe Budden and his crew was over there trying to figure out why in the world is Keke Palmer over there hanging with all of these abusers if she's supposed to be an advocate for women not being abused. So let's get into it, y'all. And it makes sense. He's not wrong for asking that. But you know, we live in a society today where people want to have their cake and eat it too. You know how it goes. Hold on.
I love your house, though. Thank you for welcoming me to your humble
Keke
world.
loves my house.
Now, this Keke on stream with Blue.
So how have you been? You've been out for a little while. Do life feel the same? Do life feel different?
You know, when I got out, I was doing.
You want to know the truth? These celebrities are desperate. They're poor. They're broke. That's why they all streaming. They got to stream. They're poor and they're broke. All they have is the houses that they have, maybe some of them. All they have is their cars, and they about to lose them. They got buku clothes and shoes and bags, because, you know, they keep that. But they're poor. They're poor. Money ain't coming in. They got to stream. All these celebrities are streamers now. They got to. They either streamers or podcasters. They're poor. So even they going against the grain because they got to make money. I'm telling you what it is, y'all. Yeah.
All right. Then you walked in. Everything is looking bright, man. It's looking bright. My future looking bright.
You play too much.
Like at first, I wasn't really feeling it. I'm like, damn,
You was sad.
Have y'all noticed they don't even be making no movies no more? Outside of Sinners, when was the last time we had a black movie? These people don't have no work. It just dawned on me. Outside of Sinners, and I guess Wakanda Forever, when the last time they ain't got no work? Remember, in the 90s and the early 2000s, we had buku black movies. Remember, we had Boomerang. We had all kinds. They ain't got no work. They're poor. So Joe Budden saw this, and he basically says that he calls Keke Palmer a weirdo for appearing on Blueface's live stream, and despite him being an abuser, and basically saying she has an anti-abuse stance. He quote says she praises a lot of men with abusive histories. Now, I'm not gonna play his video because he do like to strike people down to the ground, but he makes sense. He was on there with that dude. What's that dude I thought was a freedom rider or whatever, but he really just a little nigga. And he over there with them, and they discussing the whole situation, and it does look hypocritical. You can't say I'm this and then do something different, but ultimately they're poor. These people are doing everything that they have to do. The podcast game and the streamer game is about to be flooded. Mark Lamont Hill, that's his name. They're gonna be flooded because you know why? They're poor. Matter of fact, Saucy Santana just did a video telling y'all they poor. Hold on, let me pull it up. Saucy Santana literally just did a video. I just saw it right before I came on here. And he was talking about how the girlies is mad because he in the streaming world, but he's poor. But he might be doing well streaming on TikTok, and he's talking about it. Watch.
This is hard work. And even like, I'm proud of what I did on TikTok within a year. And I see how many people are mad about it. Creators, mad about it. Think Piece girlies, mad about it. Ex-supporters, mad about it. Like, I really came to TikTok in 2025 and took this whole shit over. Like, I really stepped into a new lane and owned this shit. In a year, I started this shit at the top of this year. And I don't plan on stopping. So now I'm just thinking about next year, how we could double the bag. Off of TikTok. TikTok, like, this is...
Okay, so even Saucy Santana has gone to TikTok. Saucy's at TikTok. First of all, that music was never selling. That music was just pushed through propaganda because the left was running the media, and they wanted us all to accept the agenda. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real. Nobody was most women, most people don't want to see a man in a beard rap. It's just, and I'm not saying that it's right or it's wrong. Even the content in which he rapped about. Most people don't want to hear that. His rap career was never to make it. It was never to go far. It was never to go long career. It was never for that. He was a gimmick from the beginning of the whole career. He came up through what's them little girls? Young Miami and Carisha and that other little girl, JT, because he was a part of the gimmick. He was a part of the agenda. Once that was over with, he was over with. Now, thank God he was able to see, well, let me just go ahead on and pivot to the TikTok bag. And he seems like he's doing well. I don't be on TikTok, and I damn sure don't be on there with no Saucy. Okay? However, he's telling y'all they got to go over there. And the girlies are mad because, in his words, he's doing better than most. Because let me tell you something about this internet. You could come over here. Everybody could come over here. But if you don't have it, you don't have it, fam. Get me up here. Let me just say it. Somebody somewhere need to hear it. I'm not telling nobody what it is. You either got it or you don't. I don't dictate. Y'all dictate. We dictate when we click on the people. You either got it or you don't. And a lot of these man-made people made in factories, when it's time to come on the internet, you can tell they don't have it. Mano and them, Fab and them, Dave East and them niggas. Nobody want to sit around and listen to them niggas talking. Literally. The only reason they have the audience they have is because they had an audience prior to coming into that. But nobody want to sit around and listen to them niggas say nothing. They don't have it. Mace and Cameron have it. You get it? You either have it or you don't. It just is what it is. Okay? So his career was never designed for him to go long term. He was a gimmick. He was a punk. He was a big, black, burly nigga with a beard, long nails, and a wig. That was perfect for the agenda during the time because it helped us to say, okay, we accept it. Not only do we accept it, we embrace it. Not only do we embrace it, you get to call me a fish and you get to become a woman. You get it? Job done. He did his part. He knew he wasn't going to last long. Anyways, I want to move on. You guys, like the video if you have not already, honey. Like the video. I saw a few things I want to come on here and discuss with y'all, honey. Because I'm over here saying, girl, what is he? Hold on. What is it? No, I ain't knowing that. I ain't knowing that either. I ain't knowing that. Did y'all see Funny Marco drag B. Simone on this podcast? So Funny Marco did a podcast with B. Simone. And, you know, she likes... B. Simone is a narcissist. She's one of those backhanded people because she say it with a smile and she has a nice high-pitched voice. She'll say some shit, and if you're not paying attention to her, she'll throw a zinger on you. You see what I'm saying? And only people who messy like me catch it. You feel what I'm saying? Very, very narcissistic behavior. I've been caught that. You can't get lost in what you see and what you hear in the tone of voice. You got to pay attention to people like this bitch because she's very, very cunning and very, very slick. So she's on the pod with Funny Marco. I don't know if it's hers or his. And she starts asking him about how he feels coming from bad, humble beginnings. But she starts to name like verbatim. Oh, you was this and you was that and you couldn't read and da-da-da-da. Watch how he clocked her. Not only did he clock her, he dragged her. It was so fitting. And let me tell you something. Let this be a lesson to y'all because I've experienced, and I know a lot of y'all have experienced it too. There's a lot of people that'll come around you and act like, and say some of the harshest, most heinous, not even harsh and heinous. They'll say some really messed up stuff, but hide it behind a smile or hide it behind a joke or hide it behind whatever. Y'all got to start being more swift with your thinking and what you're hearing. And you're listening more than anything. Because you'll start to realize when you pay attention, a lot of people really be trying to play on your top. And after a while, you start feeling played that many people feel like they can play on your top. And you start to just, oh, girl, family be the worst ones. Family be the worst ones. After you start feeling like, oh, man, you start looking and realizing all these motherfuckers been playing on my top, then you start feeling played. I'm telling you, it's a real thing. Look at this interaction. And I'm telling y'all done been in this situation because so have I. Peep this.
Saying in your life, you're a successful Black man that beat all the odds. You came from Section 8. You came from pulling mattresses out of the hallway. You came from special classes, not being able to read.
Damn. Run me down there, huh? Take me through there. I thought we was done with the conversation. Trauma, like you went down, you stop and look at me dead in my soul while I'm saying it. Like you hear me, don't you? You pulling the mattress out, like you remember, like you didn't have to say that one. You could have just said you overcame some things as hearing.
Let me pause you. Let me tell you what just happened. He seems to have a positive energy. She has the negative energy. All of this shit is good versus evil. So she's asking a question about his past. Nobody has had to go into detail about all those things, but she's doing it on purpose because she wants to belittle him on camera. She knows that people are going to see this hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions. So what she's doing is putting on the beautiful face, the smile, the friendly situation, but she's hiding behind that to present this venom. Now, this is where he's going to alchemize that negative energy and flip it back on. It's like a superpower. I just learned that I could do it. Listen, in this situation, her intention was for him to be this little, be belittled, and to walk away from the podcast with his head down like, damn. She really just told the whole world that I was jumping on pissy mattresses and I couldn't read and I was in special ed. I ain't telling people that. That was her intention when she wrote this shit up and sat down across from him. But this is how he's going to alchemize that energy. He saw it. He saw it, and instead of him feeling down about it, he see that that's her intention. So now he's going to flip it. That's alchemy. He's going to flip that negative energy, and now he's going to put it back on her. Watch this, y'all. It's brilliant.
Your stories, like you broke down every one of them and looked me right in my eyes and waited for me to say something.
I wasn't done with my statement.
Yeah, I know it was some more fingers. I had to stop you. I'll say some shit I remember. And you're still here and you healthy. Yeah.
Thank you, God.
That's good. And you done being wet. You done had everything. You've been bald headed. You had long hair.
Jesus.
You've been chubby. You've been skinny.
My God.
What?
You're right.
What?
Keep going.
After I was doing my list too.
I received that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But what I'm trying to say is you've been beautiful through every stage.
Oh my God.
And that's the most important thing. Still single. I ain't got no man. And
I wish I could hit you.
Yeah. You done done every version of yourself.
Every version.
You are the problem. Because these dudes are like big dudes, little.
This the part. This what I love about a person who done took a lot of abuse. Because, boy, when you done took a lot of people playing on your top, you have collected a lot of shit. When you finally start getting your weight up and your chest out and you start telling people the shit you already been thinking in your head, when it start to come out, that's where it get problematic. It wasn't the fat, chubby, bald head. That's one thing. Now he about to dig deep down where it hurt. He about to tell this bitch, you been bald head, you been fat, you been skinny, you been pretty, you been ugly, and you still don't have a man. Nobody said, and that's where it hurt. Watch how the energy shift. Now she ain't gonna be laughing. Her laugh gonna turn into a nervous laugh from a funny laugh to, oh shit, this nigga done played on me. Look.
Girls, bald head women. Like you done been every version. Rich, you didn't have money, lost it, got it back. Shopped at H&M, Gucci,
Bloomingdale's.
Yeah. You have done everything. So you are the problem.
Cut his mic off.
Oh.
I'm just saying, in your life.
Let this be a lesson to y'all. It ain't even about the clap back. First of all, you know when you catch somebody, it's on their truth. That's the only way you get a reaction out of a person is with their truth, okay? But let this be a lesson to y'all. They got a lot of people coming in your life trying to play on your top behind a smile, behind a family member name, or behind a relationship or whatever. They dare to play on your top. You might, I ain't gonna worry about it. I ain't gonna worry about it. Not realizing that you just collecting more and more trauma. Weighing you down. You can't manifest. You can't get ahead in life. You not realizing you just letting this shit weigh you down. These people are demonic. I ain't gonna say they demonic. I'll say that they get covered by demonic forces. People with ill intentions, the demons get to go into them easy because they are a vessel ready to be used. B. Simone is a vessel ready to be used. And at the end of the day, her Achilles heel is no man has ever found you and said, I love you. That's her Achilles heel. We've seen her online begging the baby. He didn't want her. We've seen her online begging this. No, but that's the part. That's worse than running her over. Putting her truth in front of her face. You done had money. You done didn't have money. You done been mad. You done did. Ain't nobody still don't love you. I know she cried at home, and I know she cried in the car. I'm telling you, that truth, boy, that truth will kill you. I swear to God, that truly kill you. It kill people all the time. I've seen them. I've literally seen people pass out behind their own truth. Truth be told, what are the eyes? Truth be told, thank you for the super chat. Says, want to say thank you for all you do. Listen to what told me to do, and because of you, I finally found my creative content lane. Archive T. Thanks, Vu. You are a heaven sent. I love that. Archive T. Ooh, that's a wonderful lane. Ooh, because we need that. Oh, I see that. Y'all gonna pull up on Truth Be Told channel. I'm going to pull up. Archive T, so are you going over like old stuff that happened? Ooh, you know what you should do, Truth Be Told? I don't want to tell you on here because they're going to be hating and they're going to take my idea. Or they're going to take your idea because I'm going to give it to you. Send me an email, girl. Email me at voodoodollpodcast@gmail.com. I think I got some ideas for you. And I know I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but I'm telling you, I think I have some extra that I can help give you to help. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I like that. Archive T, we need that. Go get that Wendy Williams T. You feel me? That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a very good one. Get your paperwork in order too. Hurry up. Get your paperwork in order. Exquisite Empress, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, Happy New Year's to my sister from another mister. I'm wishing you and everyone watching great health, wealth, much love, and prosperity 2026. Do your genealogy. Yes, real, recognize real. Acorn us. Yes. Thank you. Shout out to everybody in the building. Man. I really, really, really appreciate y'all. Y'all come on in and get the likes up on the video. I love that. Send me an email, Truth Be Told. I want to send me an email. I just want to give you a little something. I'm telling you, it's gonna do good. I like that, Archive T. We need that. Now let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. It's one other thing. Did y'all see this man, this pastor and his daughter? So apparently this pastor and his daughter got into before we move on, because I forgot about this. You know I wasn't gonna let this slide. Philadelphia. What's going on? What's going on, Philly? Even though what we do is wrong, this nigga will forever give the city a L. I swear to God. Even if he don't do nothing, he will forever be a sore eye to the city of Philadelphia. I hate that for y'all. But you know, every city have them. We have a few in New Orleans. Every city have the sore eye. We all have them. But every time I see meat to the mills, to the freaks of the mills, I just, I don't quite understand. I don't know what's going on in Philadelphia. I was thinking about putting y'all on the Borough Water Advisory when I saw this, but then he was too shiny and it gave me the heebie-jeebies. So with that being said, Philadelphia tread light, please get your boy. If you can, please get your boy. We don't want to see all of this. This is a new year. We trying to go in with our head held high. We don't want all of this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe he talked to Diddy, all this stuff up. He said he meditating, child. He's shaped like a goddamn upside down sledgehammer. That nigga big at the top and small at the bottom, girl. What's going on? I can't stand a skinny nigga that's unproportioned. That nigga big and broad at the top. That nigga legs look like he 12. Girl, what? Get him off of here. Get him off of here. I done had enough. Girl, please get your boy Philadelphia. Where's Freeway and them? Where the people? Where Freeway and them, y'all? One more thing before we get into the man and his daughter. I gotta tell y'all this story. This is a true story. Now, y'all know who this is, right? The Jermaine Jackson. Jermaine Jackson was spotted out in the streets. I don't know where this is. And they were asking him about his iconic hair. Now, right after he tells you this story, I want to tell you a real life story after this, y'all. Check out Jermaine Jackson and his iconic hair. Mind you, I seen it in person and that shit looked like paint. I swear to God, it looked like somebody painted that shit or put it on like a helmet. But let's go with it. Look.
I have an afro, and I put gel in it just to keep it down because I never left that old Jackson 5 look. So I pack gel on the side to keep it down, and I comb it through, and that's pretty much it.
Is that what it is, though? It's just an afro, and then you gel the sides?
Yeah. If I wasn't to put the gel in, my hair is out to here.
Oh, so what's it look like in the morning?
It stays like this, but if I wash it, it comes. I have an afro, and I put gel.
So that's him talking about his hair. So let me tell you the story. New Orleans, Louisiana. Let me preface this by saying this. Celebrities come to New Orleans and they could be themselves. They don't have to walk with no security. They don't have to. If you could be a major celebrity and walk downtown in New Orleans and ain't nobody gonna tell you nothing. Let's start there first. Now, around this time, I'm with my baby father / ex-husband, and he's working downtown in the French Quarter at a restaurant. Now, the restaurant, I'm going down there, I don't know, probably to just eat or something, because he used to run the restaurant. He was a restaurant manager and all that stuff. I'm on my way down there, girl, and I'll never forget it. I'm walking into Jackson Square. I'm walking through Jackson Square, and I see this man, Jermaine Jackson. I'll never forget it because I knew it was him because of the hair. Now, this is the gag. This is how you know something is crazy going on in the universe. Now, I see him. I'm walking, but I see him before he sees me. But I think he kind of noticed, or you know how you could feel somebody looking at you? So he turns around and he looks at me. But in the midst of him looking at me and me looking at him, I swear to God, y'all, this is a real thing. We locked eyes. But it was like on a movie. Like we knew each other. Put on some romantic stuff. It wasn't a dream. This was real life. I swear to God, I'm telling y'all the real truth. God can take me from lying. So we locked eyes. To me, would seem like forever. But I would say if I had to guesstimate it, probably about 5-10 seconds, which was a long ass time for you to lock eyes with somebody. Now, mind you, he's a celebrity. I'm just a regular girl walking through the French Quarter, about to go be my baby father. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, girl, what? So, but it was like a small little energetic connection. But even when I turned away and walked away, he stared like as I walked by. Now, this is my duck goose ass. I get to the restaurant by my baby daddy, girl. I tell him, I said, babe, I just seen Jermaine Jackson in Times Square. He's sitting right there on the bench. I said, and we locked eyes. Like, for real, like it's almost like I knew him, like he knew me, or whatever the case may be. I say, but it was like we was in love in another world or something. I said, but you know what? I'm so faithful. I said, you know what? I ain't even go over there and say nothing to that man. I just kept walking. First of all, that nigga told me, you stupid. That nigga said, you had a chance to meet Jermaine Jackson and you talking about coming to see me. He said, you stupid. Now, first of all, knowing what I know now, he's right. Because guess what? I should have said, hey, Jermaine. Because, girl, I could have been a Jackson by now. At least an X. Play with your mom, okay? But me in love like a duck goose. No, because my man, we gonna be a family, girl. Next time, if anybody's in that situation, do not go with the nigga. I'm telling you. Anyways, so fast forward. So he tells me I was stupid. He was like, you should have hollered at him or whatever the case may be. And when I tell you, I regret that, not because I want to be with Jermaine Jackson. I don't want to be with Jermaine Jackson. But I'm telling you, I feel like knowing what I know now, me and him must have came here in another time or space or world or something before, because if he was looking the way, he was looking the way that I was looking at him. Like we knew each other before. I swear to God, like I know her, but I know her from instance, like I used to be with her. I'll give you another example. Girl, I don't want no Jermaine Jackson crazy ass. Somebody say, go find him now. I'm good, love. Enjoy. You see this nigga? But you know the guys from, what's that group that say, here we go, going through the same things. They was from the 90s. The boy who say, well, I'm out to have a real good time, so now you want to try to play me. What's the name of that group? The lead singer, I know for a fact. I was in another time with that man and we was together. I found that man during the pandemic. Listen, Portrait. That's the name of the group, Portrait. I was watching that Pastor Mike during the pandemic. And when that man came on the screen, when I tell you I like paused. Like, I swear to God, I literally paused. But it was like a scary yet familiar thing. And I watched this video back to back, just that one part of that video. I swear to God, I must have watched it for weeks and weeks, back to back to back. And every freaking time I said, I know this man. I said, I know this man, and I don't know him in this world. I don't know him in this life. But I was like, I've been with that man. I was in love with that man. The energy, man, I said, I've been with that man before. Somehow, somewhere, me and that man was together. And nobody gonna tell me different. The lead singer from Portrait, some dimension, some other life. I watched that man for weeks, daily. I would just put that part of the Pastor Mike video on, and I would go back to back. And I wasn't watching it because I wanted to go find him. It was just, I was intrigued with how familiar, like his mannerisms, like even when he was it was a huge, listen, it was the most vivid form of deja vu I've ever had. Like, it was scary. It was that much deja vu. It was scary. It was scary. Girl, please. And listen, I be on here telling y'all back. I know if I lived in another time, I had me a little yeah here and a little yeah there. I'm telling you. Anyways, let's get to, listen, I used to like old school Jermaine, though. Old school Jermaine Jackson. Please. Girl, I would have been an ex Jackson. What's up? Voodoo Jackson. What's up? Hello. Voodoo Jackson at your that's what the channel would have been named. Voodoo Jackson, what's up? Wood Jackson, the girls don't play with me. Voodoo Jackson, I might change the name. Anyways, let's get into this story with this pastor and his daughter. I thought this was so horrible. So apparently, this is the daughter side of the story. So apparently this pastor has a daughter, and he obviously wasn't, or according to her, she says that he wasn't in her life for her first 19 years on earth. So he decides to have her move to wherever he was and move in with him and his wife. Now his daughter is 19, but his wife is 25. Now this is the dilemma. The 25-year-old wife, who's married to the pastor, who's obviously old enough to have a 19-year-old daughter. So I'm going to make the assumption that give or take the way that he looked, he got to be at least in his mid-40s. You know what I'm saying? But he marries this 25-year-old wife, and I guess he has a church that thinks that it's okay. But he marries this 25-year-old wife, and the dilemma comes in with the girl. Now, he has this 19-year-old daughter, like she's saying. He hadn't been a part of her life. He wants to help her get on her feet. So he has her move to Texas or wherever they are so that she can get on her feet. According to her, she was supposed to get a trailer, and her baby, because she has a baby, was supposed to live in a trailer. But he was like, nah, why don't you come in and move in with us? Now, I guess the ground rules was when she moved in with them, she had to call his 25-year-old wife mama or Mrs. Mind you, this daughter was not raised by this father. He's just trying to rekindle and reconnect. And again, this is the daughter side of it. He's just now trying to rekindle and reconnect with his daughter. But you're going to bring a peer of hers, because a 25-year-old wife is essentially your daughter's peer. You're going to bring her peer in front of her. And then not only as she try to navigate getting to know you, you want me to then put a level of respect on my peer? Never happened. So here's where the issue goes crazy. The dad ends up having a physical situation with the daughter, and she posted this. And I want to see what y'all think about this, because I understand a tad bit of both sides, because I have to understand both sides to understand this thing thoroughly. So let's get into this, and y'all let me know what y'all think about it. Here's the video first. Oh, before we get into that, it says a 19-year-old mother to a 2-year-old took to social media to reveal a crazy altercation that she recorded with her father, who's a pastor. Nia Williams, 19, shared her side of an argument with her estranged father and his 25-year-old wife, Jazz, after moving to Texas with her 2-year-old son. Nia seemingly hoping to reconnect with her father, Pastor Sheldon Williams, who promised to help her with her move to the state. But things quickly went left. The situation started when Nia mentioned her father's wife's name while on the phone with her grandmother. Nia says she was simply being polite, saying Granny Jazz said hi, and then apparently Jazz heard it and took offense, later addressing it via text. Her father reacted in a harsher manner. It says allegedly spending 40 minutes yelling at her despite attempting to say respectfully or respectful. The situation got dark when her father assaulted her or insulted her, calling her a hoe for no reason. Nia, frustrated by the disrespect, expressed that she had never disrespected him or his wife. In the video, you can hear him admit to putting his hands on women. So apparently her daddy is a pastor who puts hands on women too, because he did say, yeah, I do put hands on women. And that's probably why he have a 25-year-old wife. My biggest issue is the people in the church who follow this mess. That's the problem. Let's get into it.
Just like everybody said, quit talking about it.
Cuss me again.
Oh, y'all do too fucking much.
No, yeah, we do too much because we trying to help.
Nigga, you ain't trying to help me. This is not there. From the first week I got here, you told me, I said, you want to go home because
you act like you do.
Because you act like you do. Take me home.
You pack your stuff. I'm telling you. I ain't packing nothing.
Well, I ain't packing. You said y'all would call the police, so come put me out. So come put me out.
No, I'm not gonna put you out.
And that's a problem. Girl, you 19. You in them people's house. Right, wrong, or indifferent. What you mean, come put me out? You pack it. See, you want somebody to go upside your head, and you got your baby there. But I get it. She 19. She young. She dumb. She stupid. But when you in somebody else's stuff and they tell you to leave, sitting there hollering, tell the police come get me and all of that stuff, you setting yourself up for a lot of bad stuff. You're wrong. Regardless of who it is, you're wrong.
No, you not. You just in here talking. You just like everybody said you do. And you do just what they say you do. You put your hands on females. You don't want that here, nigga.
Yeah, y'all beat your ass.
You ain't beat your ass. Shut up, nigga.
Y'all beat your ass.
Get back.
Hit me again.
Stop biting me. Stop. Get up.
Oh, you don't do that.
You said beat me in my face.
Yes, I did.
You was a bitch, nigga.
Yes, that's right.
You was a bitch,
That's
nigga.
right.
You was a bitch, nigga.
You better leave me alone.
You better get the fuck off
You
me.
better leave.
Everybody said you. Just like everybody said you. Quit talking.
And that's the wife behind him. And this is stemming, according to her, from her not calling the wife Mrs. Jazz or Mama J. Let's get into it. Oh, God. She says, last post, and you stupid, ignorant people can go to hell. Me and my daddy never had any run-ins or nothing. I decided I wanted to move to Texas and start a new life for me and my 2-year-old son. We only been here for 2 months. The plan was I was going to stay in a camper and he was going to buy me a car until I got an apartment. When I got moved down there, he didn't want me to stay by myself down there with no protection. Now I am a disrespectful child, but I done sat on the floor for 40 minutes listening at you yell about me calling your wife by her name, Jazz, while I was on the phone with my granny back home. And the only thing I said was Granny Jazz said hi. Nothing disrespectful or not once did I ever disrespect neither of them. She touched my iPad and seen her name was saved as Daddy's wife, and she texted me about it. And I text her back, nothing disrespectful. When I got home from work, I walked in the house and spoke to everyone and took a shower. I got out the shower and got on the phone, and he said he wanted to talk to me. So for 40 minutes to an hour, he was talking to me about what to call his wife. Hold on. I honestly didn't care because she did too much for no reason. When he seen I was getting in a reaction, he told me, I just want you to go back to Mississippi to be a hoe. Keep in mind, we just got cool this year. You never met nobody I talked to. You don't even know whoever I talked to. How am I a hoe? And when he called me out my name, that was when all respect. Hold on, let me go to the next page. That was when all respect for him left. Now, for the people saying I shouldn't have sat there, or I should have sat there and accepted it because it's their house, I had my own everything and held it down on my own. He wanted me there to try and make up for 19 absent years and to make himself feel good. But to disrespect me when I never gave you no disrespect is insane. To the wife, Jazz, she put that in caps, I expect nothing more from you. Baby, you 25 and brainwashed. Ooh. You don't even know what family is, so you settle for the bare minimum. And I told you, I already feel sorry for you, and I even gave you the respect because you was new to this mama stuff. But baby, listen, always remember what's first. And I guess the laughing emoji. Now that all that said, but baby, always remember you was first. Now that all is said and done, me and my son is perfectly fine. Him and his wife at the hospital. Why they at the hospital? Thank y'all for the calls and texts. I really wasn't in the space to talk, but I'm perfectly fine. So that's the daughter. And here's the text messages. It says, Keen bought me your iPad. This is now mind you, she has her saved as Mama J right here. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm 19, you 25, bitch, I'll beat you up. Bitch, I'll fight you, ho. Bitch, as soon as my daddy go to the store, bitch, I'll beat the fuck out you. Fuck wrong with you, ho. Bitch, man, watch out. I thank God my daddy didn't leave my mama. Oh, Lord, thank you, Jesus. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Because I swear to God, if I was 19 and my daddy had a 25-year-old wife, and that bitch waiting for him to come home, bitch, I'll beat the fuck out. I'll make you scared to tell that nigga, bitch. I'll beat the fuck out you. Every time he leave, I swear to God. I ain't gonna fight my daddy. I ain't gonna tell him nothing. I'll just beat the fuck out you, bitch. I'll make him won't kick me out. Nah. Yeah, because I know it's my daddy. He got his own issues, but you throwing rocks and hiding your hand. Because what you mean I gotta call you mama nothing? Bitch, we went to school together. I'm not calling girl. What? You 5-6 years older than me. You trying to establish dominance over me. And you don't even know. Girl, you 25. That man be done left you in 2 seconds, girl. On to the next. He might be an old creep and he can't get away with that with a woman his age. That's why he got to go get a 25-year-old who gonna listen to everything he say, ain't gonna question him because she's a child too. I'm telling you, men like that, they go date them young girls because they young and dumb and stupid. A woman his age is gonna say, wait a minute, this don't look right. Wait a minute, what's that? Wait a minute, he don't want that. He wants somebody that's gonna sit back and shut up, and he gonna treat her like a child, but he get to have his way with her sexually. That's what that's about. So because I know that as the child, I'ma beat you the fuck up with my dad. Bitch, he better not leave to go. That nigga better not go to sleep. Bitch, I'ma beat you up. I swear to God. That's just how my brain would think. That's just how my brain would think. If that nigga go to sleep, I'm beating you the fuck up. I don't care if he put me out after that. And if I get put out after that, let the chips fall where they may. But I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to make you know, bitch, I am not to be played with behind my daddy. Because you trying to play with me through my daddy. I see what you doing, Mama J, Mrs. Oh, yeah. I'm going to show you. Soon as my daddy go to sleep, go to the stove. Soon as he go outside to cut the grass, bitch. If he go to the bathroom and take a number 2, I'm on your ass, bitch. Yay. I'm different. I ain't gonna lie. That nigga better not take a number 2. Bitch, I'm on your ass. I swear to God, I'm on your ass. And I'm gonna go off on my daddy, but I'm on your ass too. Gots to know it. I thank God my daddy didn't leave my mama. So here's the messages. She has her saved as Mama J. It says, Keen bought me your iPad. This is the lady, the 25-year-old. Keen bought me your iPad wanting to watch YouTube, and I saw that my name was Daddy Wife now instead of Mama J. What changed? The girl said the iPad has not been updated. It's Mama J in my phone. She says, oh, okay, hold on. Oh, okay. Then I heard you call me Jazz the other day when on the phone with your grandma. And I just took that as a sense of disrespect. Yay. This is a 25-year-old. I heard you on the phone. I heard you call me Jazz the other day on the phone with your grandma, and I took that as a sign of disrespect. This might have just been the second time. Mrs. Jazz would be better, or you can keep calling me Mama G. And I would have had my friends. Because one thing about me, I stayed with a bitch who don't give a fuck. I'd have had one of my friends to catch her at the store. Bitch, I'm going to make you want to divorce that nigga. I'm going to make you, girl. Because okay, you want to play? Let's play. See, you trying to play mental games. Yeah. You trying to play mental gymnastics. But I vacation there, bitch. Let's play, bitch. I'm about to make your life a living hell. On everything I love. And if God have to punish me for it, then it is what it is. I got to get my lick back. I know I'm going to take my L. I know God going to drop me down to the ground. But I got, because this bitch playing with me. You see this? And it's got the daddy crashing out. He an old dude. She 25. She's probably attractive. You feel me? He got full control over her. And then furthermore, girl, I ain't gonna hold you. This is just me. Everybody different. You 19. You don't know this nigga. I wouldn't even be comfortable going to live with him. Him being there with a 25-year-old daughter, it wouldn't surprise me if he ever tried you. He don't know you. I'm not saying that that's what he would do. I'm not saying that that's what it is. But what I'm saying is he got a 25-year-old wife. A 25-year-old wife. And now when you 19, 20, now he wants you to come and live in the house with you, with him? That's I don't know. If it was my daughter, I couldn't tell her what to do, but I would tell her I don't think that it looks right. I mean, why you got to move in with him? You know what I'm saying? If she was supposed to go out there to get a trailer or a camper, why not do that? And then you gonna move me in here and try to control me and you and your wife, because she the type of wife, if he is around there doing some fuck shit, she ain't gonna say nothing. She 25, she the wife, she shut up. Most of them, all of the first ladies are like that. They know all of the stuff their husbands be doing. They just, you know what I'm saying? Yep, and the wife probably jealous too. That's another thing. Child, I know for me, I see that the wife is throwing the rocks and hiding her hands. But I also see that the daddy ain't shit. That girl need to get her stuff up out of there, what she said she did. Get you, your baby, and let this be a lesson learned, baby. Don't move in with nobody. Nobody, girl. Find your way with you and your baby on your own. If y'all got to struggle at first. But you and your child, go find your way, fat. Because, baby, this ain't going to work out good for nobody. I swear. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, ooh. 19? Girl, I beat them. Girl. On my mama, I beat that hoe up. I beat that hoe up so bad. Bitch, I make that whole life a living hell. Do you hear me? Oh, yeah, I peep game. I see what you trying to do. I got you, fat. Stay right there. I got you. Don't worry about it, fat. Hey, don't worry about it, my love. I got you because I see what you're trying to do. I can't stand people like that. Even if I didn't do it, because I didn't want my daddy to beat me up or fight me, I'd get somebody else to do it. I swear, I had my friend named Slim. Loved her down. Slim was a crash out. Slim was a crash, man. Slim was the type of girl, loved her down. I still love Slim. Slim was a deep though. I'll tell y'all that story another later. How Slim almost got killed by this nigga I was messing with. But that's another. The girl Slim went stole from this nigga I was messing with one time. This is another story for another day. And that nigga straight up told me, I'ma kill that bitch. Slim almost lost her life behind a couple of $100, girl. Long story short, Slim was a rider. I found out I was pregnant because Slim went in Walgreens and stole my pregnancy test. The point is, I would have got Slim to beat the fuck out of you. See what I'm saying? Slim would have been like, I would have been like, Slim. She playing with me. Slim would have been like, so what you want me to do? And this is the worst part. Slim went to the army, and I think Slim got kicked out. I don't know why. Slim was in the army for about 6 months, bitch. That I went to the army. I ain't never asked Slim what happened, bro. If I ever run into Slim, I really want to know what happened. I'm pretty positive it was something pretty bad. Because I don't think Army do 6 months contract. So you know what I'm saying? All I know is one day Slim was in, and then Slim was back in the streets. Back in the streets, girl. I don't know what's going on. I'm pretty positive they kicked Slim the hell up out of there. But you know, like somebody said in the chat, she tried. She tried. She just thought it wasn't for her. You know what I'm saying, girl? I don't know what the hell Slim did. But now I'd have got my friend Slim to beat the fuck out of her, girl. Please. Girl, yesterday, girl. Keep your crash out now. Stop acting crazy. Did y'all see Clarissa Shields still over there trying to make us believe her and Papoose in love? So the new year rang, and I noticed Clarissa's trying to dress like Remy. Clarissa is a weirdo. I picked that up this morning. No, last night. Clarissa is a weirdo. Clarissa is literally sitting there trying to fashion herself after Remy, and it's disgusting. Let's get into it. So, this is Remy on New Year's, her and the Pap. She said, Happy New Year's to y'all. She stepped out in her outfit.
Okay, I told y'all I had me a nice little look for the new year. Let's see how it turns out. Let's see. Huh? What we're gonna do in the meantime is go back. Yeah, bitch, we outside tonight. Turn me up, huh? Happy 2026, booze. Show us how you're celebrating your New Year's Eve. You guys have been sending. Because Ressa got a big old butt.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
You really do. It's
Huh?
huge.
Ressa got a big old butt.
Oh yeah. I got a big stomach.
Nene got a big old butt. Oh yeah.
Terrible.
Okay, I told y'all I had me a nice little look for the new year. Let's see how it turns out. Let's see. Huh?
Why did she come from behind? Why did she come from behind the thing like that going, huh? Come from behind the thing looking like Murder Urkel with a damn makeover. Girl, what is going on? Huh? Like she knows, she like, this the one gonna get her. Huh? Waiting for y'all to say, yeah. I'm serious. Something really wrong with this girl.
What we're gonna do in the meantime is go back. Yeah, bitch, we outside tonight. Turn me up, huh? Happy 2026, booze.
Get ready to do the countdown. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Woo! Look at them females kissing. Happy New Year! Get ready to do the countdown.
I hate this for her. You know why? First of all, she's a weirdo. She's obsessed with Remy. I'm seeing it. The whole dress, the whole body tee, and all of this, and Rissa got a big old butt and all of that. Girl, you obsessed. You're obsessed. The shopping spree, the look, you're obsessed. This happens in real life in y'all regular worlds. It's a lot of girls who with niggas that y'all was with, or with niggas or that you with now, and they literally dressing like you, looking like you, cosplaying like you. Like, this is a real thing. This is real. Clarissa wasn't dressing like this. And I know she getting her money and she trying to find her style. My thing is, Clarissa need to find out who Clarissa is. She trying to go over here playing like she with the baddie stuff. She's trying to play like she's a fashionable girl. That's not your bag. Find your bag, Clarissa. That's all. Just find your bag. And Papoose is using her. He does not like her the way that she likes him. He's using her. He does not feel the way about her that she feels about him. He doesn't. And she looked like she ain't never had nobody show her this much attention. And she ain't never had this much attention, period. So when this goes left, it's going to take her a lot to come back from. Because in her mind, she windmilling on us and she windmilling for her relationship. She windmilling on us to protect the fact that it is a solid relationship. And then she windmilling inside of her relationship to keep it looking like it's good, like everything is good. The body language, the energy, he's not into her like she into him. He's not into her the way that she's into him. And you can see the hurt on her face, even when she's smiling, acting like she's having fun. She ain't really having fun. Because she know deep down inside, when everything all fades, that she know what's really going on. He's using her. But I don't think God gonna let him just use her like that. I don't. You know what's crazy though? I promise you, regardless of what people feel about her, that girl got a genuine spirit. She just throwed off. She's stupid. You know what I'm saying? God ain't gonna let him just use her like that. He gonna get her. He gonna get her because that's her karma. I'm telling you how it's gonna go. He's gonna use Clarissa and he gonna hit her. Whether it's emotionally, financially, spiritually, or physically. He's going to leave with something. That's her karma for even dealing with him. But God ain't gonna let him ride off in the sunset with that shit. I'm telling you, he gonna pay a hefty price on the shit he done to her. I promise you, that's how I go. Because he went into that personally knowing that he had no good intentions on that. And that's why God gonna punish him. Pap don't like that girl like that. And I think once the internet really got in their business and we really started to see him, I think he really stopped liking her like that. He didn't like the attention that he was getting. He's no longer the good guy. He's no longer Mr. Love, Mr. Black Love. He doesn't have the I'ma hold you down type of image no more. It just it took the whole thing away. It took the whole aura of what he wanted us to think of him as. And he don't like that. So he's using her now. He's going to get whatever he can get. And then he on to the next. But he going to pay for that karma. And I believe what Remy said about him. I believe what he said about Remy. And I believe what Remy said about her. And I believe what she said about him and Remy. Everybody telling the truth and everybody lying at the same damn time. Poor little things. Poor little things. Child. Poor Rissa. She need a tribe around her. She need people around her that really care about her. Because I don't know who that girl was with her in the mirror. But I'd have pulled her aside and say, girl, I ain't gonna lie. You look so bad. I love you, girl. I just want to tell you because I love you. I would say, girl, I just want to tell you because I love you. You look so bad. Like all over the internet, girl. You look so bad. I got to tell you. I'm sorry. If you kick me out, kick me out. But I got to say it before you close the door. You look so bad. I would have said it. You know what I'm saying? You look so bad. You look horrible, girl. It looks horrible. I done talk to the people, girl. You look horrible. Yay. Now you can kick me out. It is what it is. But I had to say that part. You know what I'm saying? I would tell her. And guess what? After she come down off the celebrity high, she'll come back and be like, you was right. Gotcha. Yeah, she's not going to be blessed parading around a married man. She not. It's just not going to go like that. Now, y'all remember that dude, Noah's Ark, African Noah? They allegedly said he was arrested. I don't believe it. It says Ghanaian prophet Ebo Noah, who predicted the world will end Christmas Day, has been arrested. Hold on, let me close this out. Oh, yeah. He has been arrested. His prophecy failed to materialize. The Ghana police force said he was taken into custody for his own safety. According to reports, many of his followers who traveled from across Ghana and neighboring countries to secure a spot on his ark are now hunting him down, demanding refunds after the world didn't end as promised. So they said they arrested him, girl. This is the African Noah. He went and collected all that money for y'all didn't know. African Noah came on the internet about a year ago and said God called him straight up, direct, and say, African Noah, build a couple of arks and go tell the people I am flooding the earth. Yes, I know I lied and said I wasn't going to do it no more in the Bible, but don't worry about it. I'm doing it again, African Noah. Go get the other Africans. So African Noah went to the internet and he said, listen, niggas, there is a flood, a blow, and you need to come to the ark. So he solicited people to come help build it They had a bunch of Africans out there in the sun getting beat up by God, beating up on the wood. They building arcs. They say a couple of them wasn't even all the way finished. Them niggas was out there 90 going west, sweating down for this ark and this rain for this flood. Well, fast forward, it was supposed to happen on when it was Christmas. One of them days it was supposed to happen. They said it was dry as the Sahara Desert out there. They said, girl, it wasn't even a sprinkle of water, bitch. They say it was so dry, the people was over there thinking they was in a dry county. They say it wasn't wasn't no mist in the air, they say. They say it was hot, the hottest day on earth. They said the animals couldn't even find water that day. Girl, long story short, African Noah done collected all this money, done got these people down here to this ark, and it was dry as the cost of living, dry as somebody's coochie on a bad date, and then all of a sudden, now the people want his head. I ain't gonna lie, I want his head too. If you done made me send you my money and I done packed all my stuff up, took me and my churn, we ready to get on the ark, my churn ready to meet the animals, bitch. I done already told my little boy he gonna be talking to lions and tigers and whatnot. Now it's time to get on the ark, and bitch, now you like, oh, false alarm. Yeah, them people want his head off his shoulders, as they should. Because I know I would. Because it's not about the money, nigga. My child ready to meet Mufasa, bitch. You told us we was getting on the ark. I read the book. My baby wanted to meet Mufasa, bitch. And now I done paid my money and packed my children up and we down here and we can't get on the ark. Want his head off his shoulders. So I get it. No, I get it. So yeah, that's what they say. I don't believe this either, though. I think that he was a plant. I think he was a plant that was put right there to do exactly what he did for distraction and also to see how many sheep they have in that area. And it turns out it's a whole lot. So yeah, African Noah has been arrested for his safety, not for theirs. They say they want his head off. I don't blame him. Get him out of here. Get him out the paint. Get him up out the paint. Now, I want to move on. Did y'all see the Stefon Diggs situation? So Stefon Diggs, we already talked about that yesterday. He has this lawsuit pending. Apparently, he has been accused of strangling his chef. Now, according to DJ Academics, because that's where I get this from, according to DJ Academics, he said that the chef was a bad bitch with a BBL. Now, I ain't mad at that. But also, according to Academics, he's right. You setting yourself up for failure. Why do you need a chef with a BBL? I'll tell you why. Because if you're a pervert and you want to stick your lapidity bird any and everywhere, then guess what you're going to do? Keep things to sticking in each and everywhere. So long story short, what's the boy name? Stefon Diggs hires this chef. I assume that they had a relationship because according to the documents in the court stuff, she said that he basically came into her room like on random. He just came into her room and basically, started strangling her about money. Now, according to her, it was a work dispute. Apparently, she supposed to get paid for X amount of time and he didn't pay her, or it was a money dispute. And long story short, she's claimed that a girlfriend, which we're assuming is Cardi, she claimed that a girlfriend of his called her to try to talk her off the ledge because after he strangled her and told her, girl, F you, she said that she was threatening to call the police, and he said, do what you want to do. And she said before she could really, make it pop off, or either after that, before she was deciding on what she was going to do, his girlfriend called and was like, hey, girl, how you doing? I'm Barty Gang. Please don't put no charges on my man. I don't think the lady said that, but we all assume it's Barty Gang, because what other hoe gonna call another bitch? And who is you to be calling me? It had to be Cardi. Anyway, fast forward, the girl, after she got the call from the girlfriend, decided I'm going full throttle with this shit. And the girl went all the way. Yes, she did. The girl turned around and pressed all the charges she could press. She found charges to press. Do you hear me? So fast forward, text messages have been released between the two of them. Now, I think this was released by his camp, and I think he was trying to basically insinuate that she was, extorting her, or extorting him, or basically blackmailing him, or whatever it was, basically trying to get money out of him. But I saw more than that. I saw remnants of a relationship, because what you mean you walked in her room, or what in her complaint, She said that he bust into her personal room. A lot of people don't know that chefs live with their people, with the people they work for. Y'all don't recall the Jeffersons? Not Florida. What was her name? What was the maid name on the Jeffersons? Oh, girl, that lady name. Florence. Florence lived with the Jeffersons. See, with our po ass, we don't know nothing about that. We just starting to get the Mexicans to come clean up the house. Not me, but I know a lot of niggas love Mexicans going up inside their house. So we just coming into the finer things in life. But what I'm telling you is, according to the people who got monions, when you got chef, a lot of times, even the personal trainers, if they need you at their beck and call, they'll have you move in. So it makes sense that she has a room there. My thing was, what made him comfortable, and I get it's your house, but what made him comfortable? You feel me? Yup, even Jeffrey. Yup, Jeffrey lived with the what's the show? Girl, y'all know what I'm talking about. Not Full House, not Family Matters. Girl, I hate when I do this. West Philadelphia, born and raised. That show. Jeffrey lived in the house. See, we poor. We broke. We don't know this. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's the name of it. Thank you. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yes, we're poor. We're broke. We don't know this. So yes, these people live with you because you want them at your beck and call. If you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and you want a sandwich, guess what? Chef got to get up and make me a sandwich. If I want one at 3 in the evening, chef got to stop what she's doing and make me a sandwich. That's why they get paid a salary, because you get paid to just be here at my beck and call. Okay? So he has this chef. Act comes out and tells her she's a bad bitch. She got a BBL. And it seems like, I ain't gonna lie, Stefon don't mess with nothing other than a bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? Or at least to society standards, right? So here are the text messages that came out, okay? It says, text message released in a police report are raising serious questions about the true nature of Stefon Diggs' relationship with his former private chef, Mila Adams, amid assault strangulation charges, okay? Let me see if the other one, it says, this wasn't just a chef. Leaked text messages suggest Stefon Diggs was having a sexual relationship, sound about right, and with assault and strangulation accuser, Chef Mila Adams. Now, girl, you ain't gonna get no more work after this. You know, them people like to abuse you in private. You know, these people with money, they love abusing you with the freedom of not being told on. So I hope you enjoyed your chef life, because you ain't gonna get hired nowhere else. Even if you ain't doing nothing, you ain't gonna get hired nowhere else, girl. And them hoes ain't gonna want you at their husband's house because they know you sleep with the niggas. So yeah, girl, I hope you had a good run. I hope you put your little money on the side. Because if I had money and if it was me and my husband at home, bitch, you ain't coming to cook nothing over here, ho. The lies. You won't be bending over with that BBL in front of my nigga, and I'm over here with this regular booty. Bitch, you won't be coming over here with trying to cook in them tight scrubs, ass looking like 2 basketballs in the bike, bitch, and I'm over here with this regular booty, the lies hole. You can't come over here. Oh no, baby, you gotta go cook somewhere else. Not here, bitch. Not. I'm just saying, we gotta be honest. If I was a rich woman, she can't come cook over here. She can't. And y'all can sit up here and say, but damn, that's insecure. Good. Let her come cook by your house, bitch. Call me in 6 months. Look, call me in 6 months and let me know what happened. We're going to come and talk back about it in 6 months. Girl, please. Please. She can't come cook by my house. She can go cook by your house. She can't come to my house, okay? Now, back to the messages. So here are the messages. It says, you wife paying me out for the season and the money you said you would give me for my business, wasting my effing time being here because you're effing circus, or because you got an effing circus going on. And then she says, I'm out your life. And then he says, I won't be paying you shit. If I look like paying you and paying another chef, is you right, bitch? Who the F giving you money for your business? I don't gotta do a mother effing thing, and you can get whoever you want. You got my address. Tell them come take the money. Then F you talking about, show me I'm pussy. How can you approve my pay with financing, please? So that's her at the bottom saying, hi, can you approve my pay with financing, please? So he sent her all these messages back and forth. I ain't paying you if I look like paying you. Da, 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 da. Yeah, y'all had, if y'all wasn't sleeping together, y'all had an intimate relationship outside of work. Y'all played with each other. Y'all joked with it. Y'all had some sort of intimate relationship outside of work. But I'm going to take you was fucking that nigga girl. And I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Some women sometimes you got to go inside your pocketbook. I ain't mad at that part. That's not the part I'm mad at. The part I'm mad at was, girl, you was the side chick to the side chicks of the side chicks, and you ain't even get paid to do the job, girl. You wasn't even getting extra on top of the pay. You can't even get the pay. You hustling backwards, Stefon. You stupid. You're a dummy. New age. Slavery stupid. Jim Crow slow. Are you insane? So you sleeping and messing with this nigga, joking and hooding. I don't care what you doing. Whatever you doing outside the scope of cooking, and you can't even secure your check, let alone the extra on top of doing anything outside of cooking. You're hustling backwards, fat. That's why I told y'all, young hoes, y'all got to go find some old hoes to tell you the game. Y'all slow. Y'all slow as turtles. Because, girl, what is you doing? Girl, what? And here are the paperwork from the court. I'm not reading all that, but I did see one thing that was in there that kind of caught me. Y'all peep this. Hold on. Peep this. This part in the paperwork. It says this meant that she would also have to vacate her room for a week because he was having house guests. Now, this is them talking about the situation, right? It says he told her to go home, and she said he did not provide any financial assistance for a flight to, and they blocked out the city. It says this is where she's going to stay with a friend. She said that since she did not ask to be sent home for a week, she should still be paid her salary. She said that in this type of work arrangement, unless the employee asks for the time off. Okay, so what she's saying is he wanted to send her home for a week, but she said, okay, pay me my money. And he was like, why would I pay you if I'm sending you home? She says what standard is typically, unless I breach contract, you typically have to pay me. Now, if you breach it, don't matter. You still owe me the money for the time that you said you were going to pay me. But she's saying that I didn't breach it. You breached it, so you still owe me. Okay. After the aligned assault on December 2nd, 2025, Adams left her position and left the residence to stay with a friend they blocked out the place. She said that on December 9th, she returned to the house to get her property. At that point, she texted with Diggs, who told her to take up the monetary sum with his assistant. She spoke to Melissa from finance, who explained that Diggs had requested a signed non-disclosure agreement from Adams before she could be paid. Adams did not sign any such document. I told Adams that we could proceed with an investigation and file charges, but she said that she did not want any of the charges that filed at this time. And I guess that's the police. It says, I told her that as the victim, an officer would be following up regardless. I also let her know that if her mind changed, we could certainly go ahead with further investigation and charges. I also explained the process to her in regards to obtaining a restraining order. She said that she did not want to seek one at the time. She said that she just wanted to go home and had no intentions of returning. Adams was also going to email me any screenshots related to the incident at her convenience. I also sent the DV risk assessment form and strangulation suffocation form via email. These were returned to me and added into the incident, then initially provided. It says, when I inquired about the discrepancy, Adams identified this as a number where she had communicated with Diggs in the past. On December 20th, around 9:45, mind you, this is about a week or 3 weeks ago. This just happened. December 20th, 2025, at around 9:45, I spoke to Adams over the phone. We discussed. how she would like to proceed. At this time, she wanted to hold off any criminal charges being filed. She asked that I reach out to Diggs and asked him not to contact her anymore. Oh, so she was telling the police to, look, I don't want to file charges. Just tell him, leave me alone, and I'll let it go. At least that's what the police report says. She said that earlier in the week, she received a voicemail and text messages from a female that she believed to be Diggs' girlfriend. This is where Cardi comes in. Based on the messages, Adams believed that Diggs somehow knew the police were contacted. The messages stated something to the effect of, you don't need to do all this. It's not that big of a deal. Really quickly, I just want to ask y'all a genuine question really quickly. Would a regular girlfriend have enough influence to tell the woman that her boyfriend is cheating on to chill? So what I'm saying is, let's say it's just me and a regular nigga, right? Let's say I'm with Stefon. I'm a regular girl, I'm bad, but I'm a regular girl. If I find out he getting caught up with another person, me being a regular girl, I can't call that girl and be like, girl, just chill. Just kind of, because the girl gonna be like, girl, bitch, fuck you, girl, yeah, bitch. And she would be well within her rights. Now, the only way I would feel like I could call the girl is if I had some sort of influence. You get it? Chill. It's not that big of a deal. You get it? Now, you're not going to listen to it from any other person. But because it's coming from me, I might take that into effect. This is why people are saying they believe that the girlfriend was Cardi. Mind you, she's been going around the internet making us believe that she is his girlfriend. It goes on to say, wait, what did she say? She said the messages stated something to the effect of, you do not need to do all this. It's not that big of a deal. I assured Adams request to contact Diggs at 10:10 on 12/20. I contacted Diggs at the number provided to me by Adams. The call went straight to voicemail. I identified myself and asked for a call back. On December 22nd at around 1:30 p.m., I attempted to contact Diggs for a second time. It also went straight to voicemail. And after I left a message, I notified Adams, and she also sent me an email for a woman that handled Diggs' business interests. If I have not received a call back by December 23rd, I will reach out to her. And in the meantime, I received an email and voicemail from Adams at 2:12 p.m. on 2:24 p.m. on 12/22. Oh, these numbers. I received a message at 2:12 p.m., 2:24 p.m. on 12/22. These numbers, huh? The voicemail expressed interest in going ahead with pressing charges. I called her twice around 9:25 on December 23rd, and the number went to voicemail both times. I left the voicemail after the second call. I ain't gonna lie. It's given that was Cardi. That's the only other person. I mean, unless he has another famous girlfriend. But I just know the average girl cannot call another girl and talk her off the ledge. It just don't go like that. It just don't. And it's not looking good for Stefon. But Stefon, like I told y'all yesterday, he's always been a creep. And this also does not look good for Cardi. And like I told y'all yesterday, it would make sense why Cardi would call her and tell her, just let it go. It's not no big of a deal. And I'm not saying that Cardi did it. I'm just saying, if I were to assume, I would assume that it was Cardi. Because if he has a bad rep, it directly affects her. I told y'all they put Klay Thompson with Megan Thee Stallion so y'all could like her again, because outside of the hotties, we don't like that bitch. So they went to the NBA and tried to get her a new fan base. Yeah. Y'all don't understand how this thing works. Y'all don't understand. A lot of people don't even understand the basic concept of sociology, because if you did, you will see why this is happening. But they do these things and they pair these people to help each other and to push whatever agendas they got. It ain't looking good for Stefon, child. It's not looking good. And Cardi, we'll see how this works out for her. Deport them all. Get Stefon out here too. And I know he's from here, but still, get him out of here. Out the paint. Pack him up. Y'all remember yesterday when I told y'all Tamar Braxton ain't been selling out nothing since she left Vincent? Listen, man. I told y'all that bitch been selling out backyards and living rooms. I said we ought to call that hoe a backyard again. That's what I told you. I know what I said. I was there when I said it. I said that bitch ain't been making no music and no albums since she left Vincent. I know what I said. And then sure as I got a nose on my face. Girl, I walked past this but I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw this. Did y'all know that Vincent Herbert worked with all these people? This man worked with everybody. Watch this man. Watch his resume. And this is the worst part. He wasn't saying it to brag. He was just going off. Oh yeah, I did this, I did that, da 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 da. Look.
So much that I forget what I've done. But I produced the Winans, I produced Angie and Debbie Winans, I produced Vanessa Bell Armstrong, all at the same time.
No way.
That's where I discovered Joe at. Joe was working in a barbershop.
What Joe?
Joe Thomas, one of the greatest R&B.
My name is Joe.
Working
Working in a barbershop?
Yes.
He did have hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did have hair and he had a hell of a voice.
Wait, so Joe was a barber?
No, Joe was working in a barbershop. He was.
And I'm only kind of going back and forth because they like to strike people channel. The R&B podcast, they like to strike people channel.
Cleaning up in the barbershop.
Young kid.
It's
a monster.
Cleaning up and singing.
Singing, playing the guitar. And I was like, you write, you sing? What do you do? He was like, I sing. I said, you want to go to the studio with me? He came to Battery Studios with a night and we worked on Vanessa Bell Armstrong. We did 2 songs together. Everlasting Love. If you listen to that song.
You did not do Everlasting Love.
And that's all Joe singing background.
Let me back up.
I made $3 billion with Gaga for Universal. I'm a black man from Newark, New Jersey.
$3 billion.
$3 billion. We sold 170 million albums to date. What is this, 2025? She's still getting nominated for Album of the Year. I signed Gaga and discovered her before my son was born. My son is 12 years old now. Met her on the phone. A friend of mine sent me a song on MySpace called Beautiful, Dirty, Rich. Flew out to LA. First time she ever flew business class. She met with me. She said, okay, I want to sign with you. Because L.A. Reid had dropped her. But when I met her, I said, dye your hair blind. Blind sell more records. On 45th and Crenshaw in L.A.
How does the Akon connection come in?
Akon worked with Jimmy. So
And y'all remember back in the day, they had us believing that Akon founded Lady Gaga. Vince said that's a lie. He about to clear that up. Vince said that's a damn lie. He introduced Akon to Lady Gaga. Oh yes, he found her.
Jimmy brought Akon in to take Gaga to clubs and do stuff like that. And Akon had a good relationship with Red One. But I discovered Gaga. I meet Gaga. And it's no disrespect. It just is what it is.
R&B Money podcast.
Yeah. Vincent Herbert discovered and made Lady Gaga. I mean, the greats I learned from Clive Davis, producing a group with him called Into You.
Into You.
I don't want to play the music. But this man don't literally work with everybody.
No.
Let me tell y'all something. I only brought this up because I made a joke the other day. I said it. I said, man, Tamar ain't, he even worked with Tony. I said this. I said, man, Tamar music ain't been the same since she left Vince. I said it. I said at least when she was with Vince, she was over there saying, wait a minute, baby. And we was all bopping. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, that song's still a bop right now. Right now, that shit come on, bitch. I'm still head up to the sky, chin in the air. Thinking about you all the way home, bitch. What's up? To this day. But it was because Vince put his hand on it. Soon as Vince left Tamar, she became a backyard again. Let me tell you something. He was working with Tony before he even worked with Tamar. According to him, he was already working with all these great people doing all this stuff. He been outside. He said he done so much he forgot. But I'm saying all that to say Tamar has a voice, but Tamar is not. Her talent would have been gone further had she stayed with Vince because Vince was the vision behind the talent of Tamar. as you can see. Shout out to Vince, man. It was so funny that came across my timeline because I just said yesterday, I said that bitch ain't been selling no records since Vince left her. I just said that, and then Vince came and laid down his resume literally for me, and I said, there you go. I'm telling you, I be feeling stuff. I be feeling it on the inside parts. I don't know where it be coming from. I just be feeling. I don't know how I be doing. I just feel. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. It is crazy. Anyways, let's get into these Somalian daycare people, y'all. Oh, no. Before we get to that, let's go here. Yeah, let's go to the Somali Daycare Center, and then we'll come back. We'll end off with the foreign leaders because I like to end off on those notes. Okay, so remember the Somali Daycare? Yesterday we covered this. Somalians up in Minnesota and certain parts of Northeast America that we know of so far have been found to be allegedly doing fraud. There's this clear boy on YouTube who have been going around all over the world or all over Minnesota, and because they have found that there was a whole bunch of Somalians who were frauding the system. So basically what they were doing was opening businesses, saying that these businesses were operable, and they were collecting millions upon millions of dollars. Some of those businesses happened to be daycare centers where they were getting millions of dollars of set aside for children that were not going. We spoke about it yesterday on the channel. Go check it out. The clear guy was going around to all of the daycare centers trying to enroll a kid, and he couldn't. They wouldn't even allow him in the doors. They were like, nope. Only Somalians, and we only open on some weird overnight shit. It was some crazy 2 to 10 craziness. The white boy, the clear boy who went and did the first podcast, I told y'all yesterday, let's go back to this. The clears are panicking. They are being overtaken by the foreigners. Not us, them. Remember, their fight is for control over us. I don't want that to go over your head. Because you're going to see a lot of clears coming to you saying, hey, brother, let's work together, brother. It's us against them, brother. America. Now, I'm not saying that those guys aren't bad guys or good guys. Some of those guys are decent guys. I'd have met some of them clears. You know what I'm saying? I know the ones that ain't worth the dime. Trust and believe it. I can smell them like a pack of dogs. No pun intended. But you know what I mean? So anyway, they got some clears that's really on that America shit that really ain't on that type of time. But then they got some clears that's over here trying to play on your top because they all know that we trying to make sure we maintain control. Okay? So what you see on the internet is a lot of the clears who are trying to fight the foreigners to maintain control over you. And they want you to help them fight the enemy so that they can maintain control. Okay? So this is why you see a lot of clears freaking out. Once that first clear boy went to the internet and showed us that the Somalis was doing daycare fraud, it has been up and stuck ever since. The clears have been losing their minds on Twitter. When you go on Twitter, they done pulled up all types of stuff. I'm talking about, we done found out these people been scamming for 10, 20, 30 years. Okay? And let me tell you what that tells you for you political people. Because I know I got political people in my chat who going to say, aha, it's the left. And I know the left people going to say, aha, it's the right. If they've been doing this for 10 to 20, 30 years, that means that the left and the right was in on it. Don't let that go over your head. Because see, y'all be wanting to pick a side as if either side is better than the other. Or either side is right. If they've been scamming for 10, 20, 30 years, that means everybody was in on it, fat. You think Trump is just that fucking crazy and that great where he was just able to sniff this? No, girl. That means everybody was in on it. So before y'all get on y'all high horse thinking you on the right side of this game, if you on either side, you already messed up. Okay? Now, let's get into it. So the white guy went on the internet, blast all these people, the people on the internet, the clears especially going crazy. I want to say to Black America, I commend you. You have been doing wonderful. You have been sitting down. You have been minding your business. You've been drinking your water. You've been doing your grounding, your meditating, your genealogy. Girl, we out here minding our business. It's Chaos all around Black America. And we just over here either talking about it or ignoring it altogether. Kudos to Black America. Do not let them pull you in to their bullshit, because that's what this is, a bunch of bullshit. Now, if I were us, I would be making sure by the time they tear each other down, we ready to step up in place and ain't nobody gonna be in charge of us. But that's just me. So anyway, the white boy brings this on the internet goes crazy, and then it catches fire. CNN, Fox News, everybody's talking about it. CNN is taking up for it. Obviously, Fox News is saying, get him up out of here. That's also a play. Don't let that go over your head. So fast forward, now the Somalians, first of all, first thing I saw from this is Diddy is definitely a Somalian. He ain't no nigga. Diddy is not no nigga. I don't care what nobody said. I was already thinking it. I already felt it. I wasn't sure. That nigga might be a Somalian or Ethiopian. Diddy ain't no nigga. Diddy is not, he don't even look like his mom. Diddy ain't no nigga. I don't care. I don't care. Diddy is not no nigga. No. Diddy is not a nigga. He not. Can't nobody convince me otherwise. Diddy is not a nigga. I don't know if he is Somalian, but he ain't no nigga. He don't even have our essence. Think about it. I'm not even going there. Anyway, I'm just saying that's one thing I saw. Anyways, so they put this Somalian dude up here. They went found him a Yankee fitted and put him on here to tell us that the daycare centers got robbed. Now, mind you, the clears were closing in on them because they were able to see that these people are scamming, and they started sending people to, they say somebody did rob them. I don't know if they got robbed or not, or whatever the case may be, but now because the clears were closing in on them, the Somalians are coming out saying that basically they've been robbed. Okay, it says Minnesota Somali-ran daycare reports their documents were stolen in a break-in, but police claimed they never filed a report stating anything was stolen. Now, mind you, according to this, they're saying somebody broke into the place and stole all their documents. That would imply that they have no computers. Everything is done by hand. That's the implication here. Because if you're the Somali Daycare and you telling me that somebody broke in and took all of the documents, did they steal the hard drives? Like, how did they take, y'all don't have nothing backed up nowhere? Yay. Watch the play, y'all. Let's get into it.
Saturday morning, I was...
Oh, and let me say this before we start. The reason why they dressed him in the Yankee fitted and the pullover, that's for your subconscious. Listen to me. That is not for your eyes. That is not for what you think you're using to run your day-to-day basis, which is your conscious. This is for your subconscious, the part that you don't talk to, the part that you pay less attention to. This is to make you see him and accept him more because he identifies like you. So subconsciously, you don't see an immigrant. Subconsciously, you see yourself. So they go put a Yankee fitted on them. You see what I'm saying? They go put him a little boom, boom, boom. And this is why the subconscious is powerful. Because the subconscious ain't going to say, hey, dummy, they dressing him up. The subconscious is going to take the information and store it. Now, your conscious, the one you think that's running everything, that's going to act like it don't see it, but you're not realizing you're accepting his words because you're subconsciously viewing him as yourself. It's a weird concept, but it's the true one. Okay? Now, let's get into it. This is why they dressed him like this.
Called by the owner because unfortunately someone came in to our daycare. We looked and saw what happened, and we saw that the suspect came in from the back, broke in from the back kitchen, and he also destroyed the wall to come in. As we walked around the daycare, we saw that our office doors was broken into as well. We saw that, unfortunately, there was important documentation, enrollment of the children, and also employee documentation that was gone. There were also checkbooks that were ripped from our check papers that were ripped from our book. This is devastating news, and we don't know why this is targeting our Somali community, as one video made by a specific individual made this all happen. we've been receiving hateful messages through our voice notes threatening us since the past couple of days, including one that happened yesterday morning after the break-in. This is frightening and exhausting because this is happening to us Somali communities as Somali Americans.
Now he goes into the victim mode. As Somali Americans, here come the victim mode.
We are supposed to stand with each other and help each other through everything that's happening. This is also sad that a video can cause all of this. I want to say that there are hundreds of daycares out there, Somali daycares that are out there, and we all help our children and everyone in our community. We have high quality daycares, and this is very sad news that one individual who made a false claim about fraud that is happening in the daycares engaged everyone else to come and do this to us. Yesterday morning, I was called.
It was hard to watch. He was trying to memorize it, but still look normal. Let me tell you what's happening here. You see that clear woman behind them? There are people who make a lot of money to help them scam. Okay? Somalians are able to walk away with millions of dollars. That means the people who are allowing them are walking away with even more than that. This is why you'll see the support of a lot of people behind these people, because you're thinking, how could you be behind them? They're scamming us. No. They're scamming you. Them people getting paid. And this whole American dream that I told y'all about yesterday, I told you it is a foreigner's dream. It is not your dream. This is their dream, to come to a place, a foreign land that they are not from, and to capitalize off of it, to create generational wealth, even if it's through scamming. This is their American dream. They're living their American dream accordingly. But the thing is, I find it convenient that now they done stole all the documents and they going into victim mode. Oh, we just Somali Americans. We need to all stick together. And just because they found one fraud don't mean we're all frauding. Nigga, y'all frauding, bro. Y'all frauding, bro. And at this point in time, y'all can just go ahead and pack it up and go on back to the crib. Y'all done stole millions upon millions of dollars. And if you didn't steal it, you earned it. It's time to pack it up, fat. Like, just go on home. For real. Just go on home. Because at this point in time, we're spinning our wheels. And what we're not going to do is what we did in the last 4 years. Fall under that guilt trip umbrella, because that's what it was. Most of y'all fell in line with stuff y'all didn't believe in, but you were guilt tripped into it. Oh, you could be in your heart of hearts not really believe something, but because the masses is guilt tripping you, you went with the move. Don't ever do that again. Ever. Don't ever do that again. Okay? But at the end of the day, everybody is playing on your top, Black America. Black people, white people, all foreigners. They all playing on your top. And we need to sit back and watch the clears clean up the mess. And then while they cleaning up the mess, we need to be working on ourselves. Because these Somalians is different. And then wasn't they on here saying they not Black? I got that video. Well, they were saying, I know Black. And then you turn around. And they over there saying, help Black Somalis. I told y'all about that Black term too. Didn't I not tell y'all? I said, hey, y'all, that Black term, we're going to have to get away from that at some point too, because we have already made it so interchangeable with all these other people. We spent how long? How long did we spend? Fighting to be happy, to be black and proud. And we also fought to make everybody that come here be Black as well. Black America, we did. We did that. When the Jamaicans and the Caribbeans and the Africans came over here, we told them people they was Black. Them people ain't know they was Black. They didn't. They did not. We told them that. And we shamed them when they said they didn't want to be Black. Now that we understand that we were giving them our identity, now it's time to take it back. But we got to take accountability. We told them that they were Black. They did not know it until they got here. Okay? It's the facts. And if you think I'm lying, what's that little girl named? Make me sweat. Make me holler. When she told y'all she was colored, y'all lost y'all nigga minds. Stop me when I start lying. When that little girl from South Africa told y'all she was colored, you niggas went crazy. I was there. Y'all told these people they was black. Now you want to take it back. I'm being honest with us. We told these people that was black, and now we want to fight and take it back. Because we realized telling them that they're black gave them our inheritance. That's the God's honest truth. We told them they was black. They would have knew that shit if we didn't tell them. And look, now they over here using the black term to their convenience. Remember, you could say you black all day, and them people will walk past you like you're nothing. But now that they're under attack, it's, oh, I'm black, Somali refugee. Check it out.
To President Trump,
Somalis are not black.
and the base that is attacking our community,
Somalis are not black.
we understand that you are here to divide us,
Somalis are not black.
to create fear amongst us,
Somalis are not black.
and to selectively target
We are Somalis, not
the
black.
blackest immigrant and Muslim community in this great state.
You heard that? Attack the blackest immigrant community in this Muslim community in this nation state. Your blackness was given away during the civil rights movement. Your coverage, the things that you thought you were fighting for, you fought to give it away. That protection under that term black belongs to you and me. That don't belong to these foreigners. That belongs to us. But we gave it away. We fought each other to give it to them. Now they have it. And at every convenience, they gonna use it like a trump card. At every freaking convenience, they are going to use it. They gonna pull that black card. I'm black. I don't give a damn how many videos y'all pull up of them saying they not black. From this moment on, they are going to pull that black card. And guess what? It'll never work for you, but it's gonna work for them every freaking time.
Why would I say I'm black? Yeah, my skin color got melanin, but melanin is not black. Melanin is a thing that helps you survive the sun. So it's tell me that's this black identity thing. That's a white man literally trying to brainwash you.
To President Trump,
Somalis are not black.
and the base that is attacking our community,
Somalis are not black.
we understand that you are here to divide us,
Somalis are not black.
to create fear amongst us,
Somalis are not black.
and to selectively target
We are Somalis, not
the
black.
blackest immigrant and Muslim community in this great state.
Like I said, do your genealogy, man. These people have found a way to even co-opt your blackness and make it work for them in the judicial system, financially, economically, socially. We can't even capitalize off being black no more. We got to let everybody else capitalize off of it. Remember the Haitians? Put a 3 in the chat if y'all remember when they had the horses on the back, and they was over there on the border by Haiti. Put a 3 in the chat. I'm gonna tell you how we played ourselves. Put a 3 in the chat and shout out to Haiti. But I'm about to tell Black America how we played ourselves. So Haiti, they had a bunch of Haitians coming over the border. This when all them Hispanics was coming. And the first thing niggas did when we saw them white boys on that horse was say what? Y'all only doing that because they black immigrants. If they wasn't black immigrants, I know because I was doing it too. I was saying it too. If they wasn't black immigrants, y'all wouldn't be on no horseback acting like they slaves and da. They black. Y'all only do that to the black immigrants. And guess what? It flooded them right on in. Did you see the play? They put that photo out there of the white boy on the horse so it will strike us emotionally and we will give them our identity. And listen, that's not where it started, but that was one of the first reasons or first things I could think of in modern day history. We continue to give away our identity. We continue to do it. And they're going to continue to capitalize. Why? Because they make too much money and it creates freedoms for them that they've never had anywhere else. Period. That's why they're doing it. Because it creates a freedom that they've never had anywhere else. Let's get into this. Oh, they've been cutting up the Somalis because the gig is up. It's all out in the open. The clears have got a hold to it, and they losing their minds. Now, here come the Somalis trying to go over here with damage control, and they're going to try to use that black identity to say, oh, y'all attacking us. And this is where you'll see, if it works, this is where you see what the civil rights movement was really about. It was never about us, Black America. It was always about them. And I think the civil rights movement, I don't care what nobody say, was the worst thing that ever happened to Black America in history. Period, point blank. If you truly understand what's going on today, you will understand that when we sung hands hollering, we shall overcome, that was the worst fucking thing we ever did in our lives. Or one of, I'll say that. Let's get into it.
Nasrullah Muhammad. That is spelled Nasrullah Mohamed. I'm the manager at Nokomis Daycare Center, and today I want to talk about what happened yesterday. Yesterday morning, I was called by the owner because unfortunately someone came in to our daycare. The cleaner called the owner and told him what happened and the vandalism that happened. The owner called us. Me and another manager came into the scene around 6 a.m. We looked and saw what happened, and we saw that the suspect came in from the back, broke in from the back kitchen, and he also destroyed the wall to come in. As he came in, he broke a door from the wall from Family Dollar from the side. My name is Nasrullah Muhammad. That is spelled Nasru. He couldn't, unfortunately, we don't know if that he went in or not, but we saw that it was damaged. As we walked around.
Mind you, the police said they never made a police report. So all of this happened at this building where they said they'd be doing daycare 2 to 10. So I don't know what time it was the burglars broke in, but all of this happened where children be at, and y'all ain't never called the police.
On the daycare, we saw that our office doors was broken into as well. We saw that, unfortunately, there was important documentation, enrollment of the children, and also employee documentation that was gone. There were also checkbooks that were ripped from our check papers that were ripped from our book. This is devastating news, and we don't know why this is targeting our Somali community, as one video made by a specific individual made this all happen. We've been receiving hateful messages through our voice notes.
And you know they got to come with that. That's to tug on your emotions, your heartstrings. So now they're going to go into, they went from, this is what happened to the shop. Now it's, oh, now we're receiving hateful messages. This is for y'all. And for some niggas to be like, oh my God, this is horrible.
Was threatening us for the past couple of days, including one that happened yesterday morning when after the break-in. This is frightening and exhausting because this is happening to us Somali communities as Somali Americans. We are supposed to stand with each other and help each other through everything that's happening. This is also sad that a video can cause all of this. I want to say that there are hundreds of daycares out there, Somali daycares that are out there, and we all help our children and everyone in our community. We have high quality daycares, and this is very sad news that one individual who made a false claim about fraud that is happening in the daycares engaged everyone else to come and do this to us.
So he's trying to say they broke in after the white boy exposed that they had fraud at a daycare. I see so he's trying to say that the break-in happened because the white boy exposed the fraud at one daycare, which in turn made people think they all fraud. Girl, these people is different. Somebody white came up with that.
We are not a part of any harmful things that are being said. We have no problem with CCAP, and our licensing has been good, even the inspections. I want to say no intimidation is going to stop us from what is happening and upgrading our community. Thank you very much.
Let me say this too. They some arrogant motherfuckers. Them some arrogant, listen to me. I see they leader, Elon, Ohan, whatever that whole name is. They be talking cash money shit is not E. Y'all ain't been paying attention to this stuff. They very passive aggressive, like B. Simone. They be talking some heavy shit under that accent. Like he said, nothing gonna stop us from upgrading our community. He just told y'all doing all this, but we ain't going nowhere. These some arrogant man. The Clears got a fight on their hands, boy. Cause these people they must have some power behind them. They be talking crazy. I'm talking about they'll straight up tell America to their face, you ain't gonna do nothing about it. I be like, what? These Somalians get on every interview they get. Not all of them. But some of them, a lot of them get on these interviews and be talking real heavy, bro. Real heavy. And I just be over here saying, see, the Clears, y'all forefathers would have never let this happen. That's why I say I don't really too particularly like these Clears. Because see, y'all forefathers, oh, girl, they would have packed the truck up by now. Girl, what is you saying? Girl, y'all forefathers would have never. You think they would have printed some shit like that in the newspaper in the 60s, the 70s, or the 80s, and the 90s? And you think your forefather would have read some shit like that and he wouldn't have called Jed and they wouldn't have gotten that truck and went around there, man? You'd have lost your mind. I don't know. The new Clears, they different. They soft. Soft. They soft. I'm just saying, the ones at the top, they a little hard. But the ones at the bottom, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I just expected a little more. That's all. Y'all been complaining all. Y'all been loud on the complaints. I did hear that part. I don't know what I was expecting. Maybe what your grandfather and them used to do. I don't know. Y'all just not them type of Clears. Y'all a different breed of Clears. You get it? Different type of Clears. Mm-hmm. Somebody said a peck of wood would never. Who said that? Niggas, let me stop before I get in trouble.
Talk to a mother dropping off her kids.
I take my kids here, 2 o'clock to 10. Yeah, there's a lot of kids inside.
Talk to a mother dropping off her kids.
I take my kids here, 2 o'clock to 10. Yeah, there's a lot of kids inside.
Talk to a mother.
You a lie, bitch. She said she take her children there from 2 to 10. Now look, let me tell you what happened. Right after the white boy goes viral, right after the clear boy went viral for exposing the scam, they went into overtime with trying to cover up, right? So what they did was they started having people go in and out the buildings. Because remember, the clear boy went to how many buildings? We talked about it yesterday. Go look at the Joce from yesterday. That boy was going to building after building after building. And these were supposed to be daycares. And they were supposed to have children in there. And there wasn't nobody in there if they would even answer. But right after that, soon as it goes viral, now here they come with damage control. Look at the lady talking about she dropping her churn off. The churn always comes. Ma'am, you a lie. Look.
Yeah, there's a lot of kids inside.
Talk to a mother dropping off her kids.
I take my kids here, 2 o'clock to 10. Yeah, there's a lot of kids inside.
Girl, the building ain't even got no windows, bitch. Girl, ma'am, you was a lie. You is a Somali lie, ma'am. You was a Somali. You a lie. Ain't no churn in there. And you probably turned around on the back end and picked them up on the backside. She probably spit the block and picked them up through the alley. Y'all, man, clears. Y'all different. Y'all asking questions. See y'all forefathers? I'm just saying. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you how it used to go. You feel what I'm saying? So here she come lying. Oh, yeah, the kids, 2 to 10, 2 to... Bitch, where you work at, 2 to 10? When he watching them churn. Where you work at? Stop lying. Now look. These went crazy. Tell me why they bought $1 million homes to lie about businesses in. Oh, yes. It says journalists in Washington state are now visiting addresses operating as Somali daycares that are receiving hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxpayer funds, only to find private $500,000 homes at the location with no sign of daycare operations. So according to the clears, they found that they were even buying $500,000 homes claiming them as daycares. That's crazy. And listen, when you do the daycare, you get a kickback from the government. They paying you to take care of the kids. These motherfuckers buying $500,000 homes. That's $500,000 for those in the bike.
Oh yeah, I was trying to find the local daycares.
We already know about what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
This is a licensed property. If you have a complaint, go to the state.
Okay, I was trying to find out if you guys are a daycare. I was just trying to see.
Well, you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to. If you want to know any questions, just go online and ask who you need to ask. But
No, there's nobody online to ask, so I'm just trying to ask you guys.
No, you don't have to ask us anything.
I don't have to?
If you have any questions, go
I
to
do.
the state.
I have a question. I was just asking you.
And
Okay, you guys were listed on the website and a bunch of websites, so for daycares. So
that's what it is. Then you don't need to go door to door.
it's yeah, no, you can. Yeah, I have. You can go door to door.
So if you have any questions, go call the child care check, and they'll give you whatever information that you need.
Okay, so you guys aren't a daycare then? They're not a public daycare, right? Okay, I didn't think so. Oh, I can, yeah. So these ones were really hostile. I just knocked on the door just to see if it was a local daycare listed on the websites. She said contact the state. Interesting.
Now, if she's telling him to contact the state, does that not mean the state is in on it? Let me rewind, because I done been around a lot of people who scam. I know a lot of niggas who scam. And I ain't never seen one of them niggas get caught and say, well, just call the state. Bitch, ain't nobody scamming gonna tell you to call the state unless the state know about it. She straight up told him, call the state. Now, my bad. The address to this place is supposed to be a daycare. Nothing about the house gives daycare. So with that being said, how is it a daycare? And how is this lady comfortable telling him to go down to the state? That's the ones who paying them. What I'm trying to tell you, Black America, is you would never be able to get away with this. Never. Not in a million days. Because that's why, no, let me go back. The reason why y'all always wonder why they always put foreigners on your reparation boards, Black America, y'all always notice they always put foreigners on your reparation boards. They either foreigners or boule. You want to know why? Because the foreigners and the boule are in on the same secret. To keep you poor, dumb, and stupid. To keep you a slave. Yes, and the boule is our people. Those are the talented 10, okay? Their jobs are to keep the reparations and the resources away from us so that they can continuously feed off of them. So you're going to see clears link up with the Somalis because they all eating. You're going to see clears go against the Somalis because they take it from them. All things are happening at the same time. Just know, you would never be able to pull off a scam like this. And if somebody called the state or went viral on one Black person doing this, if there was a string of us, we'd all be caught by sundown. But this is how it goes under their system. This is why I also tell you, get out of their system, okay? However, these people have come over here and have lived a life that they would have never been able to fathom in their own hometowns. And it probably is because remember, the Somalis that are here are selected too. They're not just grabbing random Somalians and bring them to America. They are selected too. This is what systems are about. I'm pretty sure somebody at the top of one big system in America shook hands with somebody at the top of one big system in Somali, and they said, this is what we gonna do. And everybody was like, all right, bet, break. Once they broke, things go into play. Everybody at the top gets greased. Everybody at the top gets greased. So if the white boys say that they stole $100 million, then how much do you think the people at the top got? Yeah, they messing up my live. They messed it up over here too. I thought it was me. I had to go back out the studio and come back in, but it's the real truth. Let me just say this. I'm telling you what it is. I'm telling you exactly what it is. Black America, when I tell you you have no allies, listen to me. It's the God's honest truth. Everybody is in on this big joke except us. We the only ones that's not in on it. They all getting greased. Everybody's eating. Everybody's doing well. Now, inside of this, you do have anomalies of white people that's not in on this. Them the ones that are exposing this. Them the ones that's coming to the internet like, hey, man, look at these Somalis. But they don't understand that even the systems they fall under set it up for all of this to happen the way that it's happening. This is not happenstance. This is not a coincidence. This is not even just random. This is all done by design. This is all another way to siphon the inheritance and the wealth from Black America. If you look at it like this, you'll understand. Everybody, it's almost like it's your birthday. Black America is our birthday. I'll give you an example. Today is Black America's birthday. But on our birthday, we get anything and everything we want. And let's just say our birthday lasts forever and all time. It don't start and stop with today. It's like God gave us a permanent birthday, right? So that means whatever we want, we can have it. Rather it's money, land, resources. God gave us a permanent birthday. The only problem is we don't know it's our birthday. We sitting up there allowing everybody to have a slice of our cake. We don't even realize they eating the cake. All we know is we never get celebrated and everybody eating birthday cake, not realizing it's our birthday cake they eating. You see what I'm saying? All of the resources, all of the wealth, all of the things that we're giving to these people are slices of our cake. We just don't know that we're supposed to be celebrating our birthday every day. That's why they're able to eat off of it day after day after day after day. Because as long as we don't know it's our cake, everybody eats. So the white people, the Black people, the foreigners, all of them, everybody's in on it to get their slice of cake. The only person don't get the cake is us. Because we don't know it's our birthday. You get it? We at the party. We just don't know we the guest of honor. They done turned the guest of honor into the server. You know what it reminds me of? Remember on Coming to America when Eddie Murphy's character went to serve at the McDowell's? That's what it is. We really kings and queens. No, and it's cliche, and I hate to say it because I feel like I hear the cliche leave my voice when I say it. But we really are Prince Hakeem. We just don't know it. We at the party serving. We serving people who a lot of them wouldn't even be worthy enough to take out our slot buckets, man, for real. Now, I am not saying everybody, but I'm saying a lot of these people we serving at the party like Prince Hakeem, these people wouldn't even be worthy enough to stand next to us. These are the people we serving. You know? I hope that makes sense. I really do. I really hope that makes sense. Because sometimes I have issues explaining myself, but because I be wanting y'all to see it the way I see it inside of my head, you know? Let's go to this video. Because I don't want you to think that any of these people is on your side. We don't have no allies. There is none. None. It's us and God against everybody. Period. Point blank. And even us against some of us. Period. For real. All jokes. It's going to be a battle of good versus evil. Somalian restaurant in Minneapolis took $12 million in federal funds. Taxpayer money, child meal payments. It says Somalian restaurant in Minnesota took $12 million in federal child meal payments. They said they were feeding 4,000 to 6,000 kids a day. They only averaged 40 people during 6 weeks. They created fake names and invoices. Minneapolis Department of Education was aware and did nothing. The FBI and surveillance camera overlooking this building just off Lake Street in Minnesota. At the time, it was Safari Restaurant, which overall took in $12 million in federal child meal payments. Safari claimed to feed 4,000 to 6,000 kids a day. Its invoices and meal counts showed to the jury alongside the video. An FBI agent testifying that an average of 40 people came and went during the 6 week it was surveilled. The FBI set up a total of 12 cameras at sites claiming to serve extraordinary numbers of meals. Another was at a deli in St. Paul, also registered by defendant Salim Saeed, which claimed 1,800 meals per day. The video shown to the jury showed an average of 23 people a day coming and going. The jury was shown dozens of invoices, meal counts, and emails seized from the Feeding Our Futures headquarters in St. Anthony. Some showed links to websites that randomly generated names and ages to create rosters of children, who are served meals. So they got links and websites that randomly generate the children's names and information. Oh, wow. Where they got a girl. Let me, girl.
In December of 2021, the FBI installed a surveillance camera overlooking this building just off Lake Street in Minneapolis. At the time, it was Safari Restaurant, which overall took in $12 million in federal child meal payments through Feeding Our Future. Safari's former co-owner, Salim Saeed, is on trial alongside Amy Bach, the Feeding Our Future executive director. Safari claimed to feed 4,000 to 6,000 kids a day. Its invoices and meal counts shown to the jury alongside the video. An FBI agent testifying that an average of 40 people came and went during the 6 weeks it was surveilled. The FBI set up a total of 12 cameras at sites claiming to serve extraordinary numbers of meals. Another was at a deli in St. Paul, also registered by defendant Salim Saeed, which claimed 1,800 meals per day. The video shown to the jury showed an average of 23 people a day coming and going. The jury was shown dozens of invoices, meal counts, and emails seized from Feeding Our Future's headquarters in St. Anthony. Some showed links to websites that randomly generated names and ages to create rosters of children who were served meals. Many were signed or sent by Amy Bach, who's charged with wire fraud, along with bribery for the alleged kickbacks that she received. Her defense attorney tried to raise doubt when it cross-examined the FBI agent that they didn't see the back entrance where it's possible meals left packed in trucks for delivery. He pushed back, insisting they'd still see congestion. To that volume, he said, I would say it would not make any sense.
That case became one of the biggest COVID-era frauds in America. And the kicker, Minnesota's own Department of Education had red flags, massive spikes in reimbursement requests, impossible meal counts, and they still rubber stamped the paperwork. Now, this new audit proves what everyone with a brain has been saying for years. Incompetence starts at the top. When the governor's own office is sloppy with receipts, how can he possibly keep his agencies in line? Republican Senate Leader Mark Johnson said it perfectly. Quote, sloppy accountability at the top breeds waste and abuse everywhere else. And he's right about that. You cannot preach fiscal responsibility when you are overpaying employees, losing state property, and mismanaging vendor payments. And it's not just the Feeding Our Future mess. We've also got the Autism Services fraud case, another multi-million-dollar scam in the same state, involving clinics billing for therapy that never happened. And to make it worse, some of those same providers were linked to the Feeding Our Future network. It's the same pattern: inflated invoices, non-existent oversight, and zero accountability.
Yeah, this is different. Hey, let me just say this. And this is an old case. They say that they were convicted or whatever the case may be. But all this stuff was done under our nose. And Tim Walsh was the governor. Imagine if he was the vice president. Because y'all can sit up here and say that things are horrible for you, Black America, but I ain't going to hold you. I feel like if that other group would have got in here, it would have been, for us, I think we would have got hit the worst. Because they would have flooded this place with foreigners. And them foreigners would have been knocking our head every which way but loose. Because they're already showing their ass with Trump in office. Could you imagine if they had free reign to do whatever it was they wanted to do? This is different. I don't know. All I know is the Somalians are losing their mind because their jig is up. They've been coming up on here. Hold on. Here we got another one. I'm telling you, ever since the Clears found this, they have not been playing. It's been belt to ass. Do you hear me? Once that one Clear boy Shirley found this shit, it's been belt to ass. God. Yeah, so it looks like I said, the clears, one thing about it, they don't like being taken advantage of, even though they take advantage of everybody. They don't like being taken advantage of, and they got them people on the case. Them people ain't playing, bro. Them people ain't playing. Oh, it's not looking good for the Somali immigrants. But it sounds like they don't care. It sounds like they don't care. And speaking of immigrants, let's get on 21 Savage really quickly. So 21, I told y'all the other day, remember we were talking and I said, hey y'all, I said, I didn't realize it, but our hip hop, all our culture has been led by foreigners, because it's the truth. When you look at the top of all of our culture, it's always a foreigner representing for us. Now, I picked up on this a long time ago. 21 Savage, when I found out he was from London in the UK, I was like, man, what the fuck? How can he be street cred Atlanta and he from London in the UK? Who does this? You know what I'm saying? But Black America went with the move. And this is the worst part. I believe the social experiment came when they came and exposed the fact that he wasn't Black American. And we still allowed him to be the voice of Atlanta in the South. How? Fast forward, this man right here says that 21 Savage is on a U visa in America, and basically that U visa is basically that he's an informant. But that's not why I'm here. The reason I'm here is I'm using this as an example to show you that we have been infiltrated by foreigners this whole time. The top of our rap was Nicki Minaj, foreigner. That was the female side. At one point, the top of our rap was Jay-Z, foreigner, half foreigner. But you know what I'm saying? And he was going up against Nas, the Black American. You get it? Even with Tupac and Biggie. Biggie was the foreigner. Pac was the indigenous Black American. Okay? So they always tend to put foreign blacks. Look at country music. They would rather have Shabuzi up there saying country music and getting all them awards when it's our music. We created it. It belongs to us. But they would rather cosplay a Nigerian and put fake wigs on them and put him up there to be the representation of Black people in country music. The reason for this is because they are replacing you in your own stuff. They have been using foreigners to replace us in our culture all over, from music, entertainment, food, all of it. That's why our greats, they always get a foreigner to play it. They are trying to replace us in our own skin, in our own time, in front of our own face. And they have been successfully doing it in the past. Now we're waking up to see it. We need to be assured that this doesn't happen again. What do I mean by that? I'm not saying that people can't come into our culture and enjoy our culture. I'm going to be honest. If it's up to me, nobody could come into culture. Can I be real? I'm going to be real. I'm this type of girl. If it's up to me, bitch, nobody can come in our culture. Nobody. I'm that. No. Bitch, you want to watch? Watch from over there. No. That's me. I mean. I don't know. Because I even just saying y'all could be in the culture, that bothers me because I don't really feel like that. In my opinion, no. Just like we can't go in nobody else's culture, no. That's just me. Everybody different. But I know we can't go in nobody's culture, but yet everybody could come in ours. Anyways, for those of them who feel like some people should be able to be in the culture, even if you allow them in, which I don't think we should, even if you allow them in the culture, you got to know when you allow them in the culture, they're in to integrate and infiltrate. When you do this, you're putting them in position to be in charge. These clears been doing this since they came over in the beginning of time in the 1492. They went got a whole bunch of Negro pens, Martin Luther King. They got a whole bunch of black looking people to lead you, and they led you right off the mountaintop. Because you got stuck on that one drop rule. You got stuck on what these two eyes see and this melanin. You got stuck. You got stuck. I know, because I got stuck too. We all got stuck. We got stuck on these two eyes and what we thought was what connected us. But the fact of the matter is, that wasn't what we should have done. We should have stayed to ourselves like they stay to themselves. Everybody got their own culture. We the only people open the double doors to our culture. And look at where it got us. 21 Savage, though. 21 Savage, being the person that was giving out the street cred in Atlanta, how he was giving out the street cred in Atlanta. This dude talks about who 21 Savage really is and him being a U visa recipient and a, what do you call it? Him being a doggone informant.
Might be going over some of our heads.
About what?
So,
go ahead.
You want me to
Go
get
ahead.
into it?
Go ahead.
So 21 Savage, those of you that don't know, he has a U visa.
That's
so
what
I need everybody to out there in the YouTube world and in the streaming world, pull out your phone and I need you to actually Google what is a U visa.
Confidential informant.
So him having a U visa is actually him cooperating. Yeah, because we all remember the case he caught. See, a lot of people don't understand this shit. I understand. I'm a journalist, so I go back and actually look at all this stuff. And I know he just caught a case not too long ago, right?
Yes.
And he was going to be deported.
And Jay-Z
somebody
helped
stopped
him
it
out.
and
Jay-Z.
waved their leg and got in there and stopped it. Well, he has a U visa. So those of you that don't know out there what a U visa is, they are fucking contracted to actually help the police, or you won't be in this country.
Basically.
So while we all sitting around as street
That's
niggas
what I was trying to get to.
blogging and fighting over who's a snitch and who's not a snitch.
Wow.
Y'all might want to look at that and take a very good eye on that because it's disgusting.
Thank you.
So when 21 Savage makes that, he has a U visa. Look it up. It's a public record.
Wow.
And it says
Jay-Z
in
saved
Google, they are to cooperate with local law enforcement, local and foreign law enforcement, to be exact.
That's a fact.
So while you Negroes,
That's
sit here
why
and
I was
argue over niggas
I was
from
with
the UK,
you. I was
that's not
with
even
you.
from here.
That's why I was
go ahead.
trying to pick up before he started. I'm like, you supporting him.
Listen. I'm trying to.
But
listen.
he's a stone cold snitch.
Listen,
he's a stone cold informant.
Listen,
I'm not saying that.
I am saying that. I'm big enough to say that.
Yes, sir.
Listen,
I'm saying that. Put him in the comment section.
But I know it was a case that was caught recently, and he got up out of that like it was nothing. That shit disappeared. See, me being a journalist, I look at that and I say, damn, so how is he here? He's from the UK, right?
Yes.
He's from the UK.
Yes.
So I went back and did the homework and I said, why the hell is he here?
He's about to get
Oh,
deported.
I know why you're here. Because in your
stipulations.
Yeah, you looking it up, brother. You know what it is. You are to cooperate.
And look at how well they dressed him. One thing I always notice about 21, he always, most of the time, had on glasses, the dreads in the face, very mystique. It gives you enough to say I'm a nigga, but not enough to explore. Does that make sense? They dressed him up real good. He got him a good accent. They got him some good beats. I told y'all these entertainers don't get paid for entertaining you. I told y'all that's the play to get you distracted. The entertainment is a distraction piece. All of them get paid to do something different. I told you that. But they cosplayed and dressed this little nigga up real good to make us think he was one of us.
With local and foreign law enforcement, period. Anything that's going on to stay in this country if you're a foreign citizen. So he's not from here.
Basically, from the UK.
So
United
we ain't arguing
Kingdom.
about no nigga that shit. Fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Wow.
So yeah, apparently, he's here on the U visa. I don't know how true it is. I just saw it on the internet. But I'm saying all that to say 21 had the game on lock in Atlanta. How was 21 the go-to for hip hop in Atlanta? How did that happen? With all of that talent, with all of them people coming out of Atlanta, all them Black Americans, I'm talking about, I was in Atlanta after Katrina, girl. I was there with the lean with it, rock with it era. I was there in the Franchise Boys era. I was there. I was physically there. How in the hell does a 21 Savage get the reins over hip hop in the South? I'll tell you how. It was given to him. Y'all saw how he was rubbing shoulders with the Jay-Z's and all them people of the world, hanging out with Amber Rose, doing the slut walk. They tell us who they want to be what. And then we just go with it. They say, hey, y'all, this is going to be the next person. And then they keep pushing them in our face until we start saying, okay, yeah, that's the next person. That's what they did 21. Because he's not even the most talented rapper. How the hell could he get the reins of Atlanta hip-hop culture? And he ain't even a nigga. And if he's from the UK, he probably Caribbean or African. If it was a snake, it would have bit us. We need to go clean house, Black America. We need to go through all our shit and clean house. It's almost like finding one dead rat. Now it's time to go fumigate the house and get them all up out of here. I don't understand what we're doing. We, just like them clears, is all over them Somalians, exposing, putting that shit out on social media, getting something done. We need to go and clean house in our culture. We do. Because right now they're already siphoning it from us, right? They already slowly taking it away. That's one thing, but we can get it back. We need to go clean house. We done found one dead rat. It's time to fumigate the whole shit. It's time to put a bomb on this bitch and just clean the whole thing up. For real. Because what we're going to find is we're going to uncover more and more tethers. A lot of people we think probably today is niggas, is tethers. You know, I think that we could do it. It's important. Now, I want to move into this last point before I get out of here. Speaking of who's foreign and who belongs here, let me say this. Tariq Nasheed made this tweet, and I want to share it with y'all. Now, Tariq Nasheed runs the Foundational Black American Movement. I like the movement because I like that it delineates. That's the part that got me. I don't really care about the movement per se because I think that it's helpful. But I think outside of delineation and understanding who we are in its entirety, I think that it can cause a distraction. I do. I ain't gonna lie. But I do understand under the concept of FBA that I would be an FBA. So I get it. Okay, cool. Tariq Nasheed's whole claim to fame is we come from Africa, that all of civilization come from Africa, and we had this big ethnogenesis. On the same token, Tariq tells us that he has Cherokee Indian or Choctaw, whatever one of them Indians, that's his indigenous roots. He tells you that. Now, when you ask him about his African roots, only thing he got is the transatlantic slave trade. Now, when it comes to his indigenous roots, he got actual documentation. He has a full genealogy that he can go to prove to you that he is who he is. But when it comes to his African side, only thing he can regurgitate to you is the transatlantic slave trade, the same thing we all learned in elementary, middle school, and high school. He has no point of reference other than the transatlantic slave trade. Now, this is my problem, and I told y'all this before. I like Tariq. I think he's funny as fuck, but he steps on my toes and on what I got going on when he double dutched into the indigenous conversation. On one hand, he tells us he's Cherokee, but on the other hand, when other indigenous or aboriginals come up to his panel, he likes to disregard them as if they tripping or as if they just over the top or as if it's not a true thing. When the fact of the matter is, I tell you guys all the time, the only difference between an FBA and an indigenous or Indian is genealogy. That's the only difference. FBA people don't know their genealogy, so they stuck at FBA. I'm going to be real. Okay? Now, he'll have people who are American Indian with real actual things come on there, and he will disparage them either jokingly or seriously to make it seem as if they just tripping because we had this ethnogenesis. But then on the other hand, when he's getting into it with foreigners about our indigenous roots, he will always say that we are indigenous. It's kind of like either we are or we ain't. I get it. Tariq has this huge platform and he has people thinking that we are all mixed in people, a bunch of mutts. He got us thinking we a bunch of mutts that had an ethnogenesis. That is the furthest thing from the truth. And I tell you, you can get the truth out of people. Just watch them. And as sure as I got a nose on my face, he's getting into it with foreigners, and they bring up the Black Seminoles, and he says it out his own mouth. The Black Seminoles are FBA. Now, before we get into this, I would ask all people who are FBA, if Tariq Nasheed out of his own mouth says that the Black Seminoles are FBA, then where the fuck does Africa come from? Let's get into it. The Black Seminoles, let's go to the tweet. Let's go to the tweet that he's responding to, because he's telling y'all the truth. Mind you, he got his genealogy, and he's responding to Luke. I knew it was a foreigner. You gotta wait till. Didn't I tell you the truth? Come out mad, Dan, and joke. Listen to me. You gotta know that people will tell you to do one thing and they do something completely different. Tariq has his genealogy done. If right now, today, them people came and said, we got reparations, but you got to have your genealogy, this going to be Tariq. Got mine. That's going to be me too. Got mine. If them people came right now today and say, Black America, we ready to give y'all reparations, but you got to have your genealogy. Tariq and me gonna be saying, I got mine. The only difference between me and Tariq is I get on the internet every day and tell y'all, do your genealogy, do your genealogy, do your genealogy. Tariq never tell y'all to do your genealogy. I watch him too. He never tell y'all to get on the internet and do your genealogy. Mind you, he got his done. His is done. But he never get on the internet and tell y'all to do it. So I'm going to tell you, please do your genealogy. Because if you were to give reparations, you have to have documentation to prove who you are. You're not just going to be able to say, I'm Geraldine's little grandson. You got to have paper documentation, even if you want the reparations through FBA. Okay? Let's go with that. Now, Tariq Nasheed getting into it with Luke, then the truth comes out. So this is what Luke says. Why us Florida Black people are different from you, Tariq Nasheed. Mind you, Luke is Bahamian. He's from the Bahamas. He is not a Black American. In sports, they always say, why those brothers from Miami talk so much shit, so much swag, never been enslaved in the brain. Florida wasn't born in English slavery culture. This is what Luke's saying, Uncle Luke. Most of the Deep South was shaped by English plantation slavery, obedience, hierarchy, and know your place, and that is a lie. Shout out to the people who be over here on Educational Friday. We all know that that's not true, because the clears wasn't even in the South of America, by and large, to the very, very late 1800s. I would give them 1900s. So that's a lie. But that's what being regurgitated, because that's what's taught in the school, right? He goes on to say, Florida wasn't. Under Spain, Black people could escape slavery, own land, marry, carry weapons, fight for territory. That changes DNA. So Lord have mercy. These people are saying that culture and the way of life was changing DNA. The Spanish literally created Fort Most in 1738, the first free Black town in what is now the United States. Freedom wasn't a rumor in Florida, it was policy. 2, Black plus Seminoles don't bow. So remember, the people want you to believe that the Black and the Seminoles were two different people. That is a lie. The Seminoles were Black. There ain't no white Seminoles. Them $5 footlongs you see that's running around here claiming to be Seminoles, they are imposters and they are fake. The original indigenous people are Black. That would mean the Seminoles are Black. If you go back and look at the old logo for the Florida Seminoles, you will see on it that the Seminole logo was Black. So here come Luke, the foreigner giving us Florida culture. Mind you, I never hear Luke give us Bahamian culture. This is what I be talking about with you fucking foreigners, bro. Y'all come here to do shit that we don't need y'all or ask y'all to do. We don't need no help on what the hell going on here. Go back and help them people at home. They need your help. Why do foreigners insist on helping a group of people that don't want it? Take this knowledge and this vigor and this thirst for and quest for freedom, take it back home to your people. But you won't do that because you don't give a damn about your people. That's why the people on them islands don't like you niggas. That's why they hate you niggas. They despise you niggas. I don't blame them. I don't blame them because y'all do nothing for the people. Anyways, here he go giving us Florida culture. Can't give us no Bahamian culture, but he can give us Florida culture. 2, Black plus Seminoles, which the Black is the Seminole. Don't bow. Escaped Africans, we weren't Africans, didn't just hide. They joined the Seminoles. That's a lie. There were no such thing as escaped Africans. That's a lie. Nobody escaped from Africa and joined the Seminoles. You were already a Seminole. If you were in Florida, nobody escaped from Africa and nobody joined nobody. You was already a Seminole. That's the way they get you out your mind and out of your identity. Here he goes saying, they became Black Seminoles. They fought Europeans. They refused to return escaped peoples. They lived armed, trained, and autonomous. The U.S. fought 3 Seminole wars, largely because Florida Blacks and Seminoles would not fall in line. That resistance culture never left. So this is what, and he says 3 Florida Blacks were never owned mines. So he's trying to say the people in Florida that were Black, they weren't enslaved mentally. Now let's get into Tariq's response. Because now mind you, hold on. Mind you, Tariq Nasheed tells us that we all had ethnogenesis. His first response is the Black Seminoles and other Maroons in Florida were, or you can say are, foundational Black Americans. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the first time I heard him tell y'all the ungalled, what do you call it? Unmitigated truth. That's the truth. The Black Seminole is the foundational Black American. Tariq just said it. I didn't say it. Let me read it again. The Black Seminoles and other Maroons in Florida were or are foundational Black Americans. Tariq just said it. Now, mind you, it only comes out when he's fighting the foreigner, Luke. But if he was talking to me as an Indian, he would say we had an ethnogenesis. Why is that? I want to ask you a question. Him talking to Luke, he's telling Luke that we are the Seminoles. So if you were Black and in Florida, you were not mixed in, you are the Seminole. This is what Tariq said. But if a Black person from Florida called on a random day on X, he's going to go back and forth and say we had an ethnogenesis. Which one is it? Which one is it? Let's move on. Then he goes on to say the first Black millionaire in Florida was a foundational Black America named Dana Dorsey. When FBAs were turning up in the 19th century Florida, Uncle Lizards, talking about Luke's family, was enslaved in Jamaica and the Bahamas by the British. So what he was saying is Luke don't have a leg to stand on what the hell was going on in Florida because he's a Jamaican and a Bahamian and his people weren't even here. This is the first time he told y'all the truth. He's telling you the truth right here. This is the truth. This is the truth. And if you did your genealogy, you would know it. That's why he don't preach it to you. Because if you found out we not from Africa and we didn't have no ethnogenesis, you might look at him differently. You might receive his information differently. You might not want to receive his, you get it? So I would ask for all you diehard foundational Black Americans, I would ask, why are we double talking? Are we African or are we not? Are we Indian or are we not? You can't have it both ways. Foundational Black Americans, you cannot beef and battle with the Africans while saying you are a descendant of Africa. It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. You can't tell the people I'm better than you, but I come from you. You can't tell the people we not the same, but I come from you. It doesn't make logical sense, y'all. If you did your genealogy, you will find out that you have no African blood. You will find out that all of your blood come from right here. And like Tariq said, the Black foundational Black American is the Seminole Indian. That's why he lose me. He's a funny dude. I think the delineation movement is needed. And I think that the Most High and the ancestors is using him to push that. But I also think once they through with him, they're going to pluck him off because he ain't right. And I like Tariq, but he not right. Once they through with him, once they get him to use this delineation movement, they're going to pluck him off. Mark my word. Because his intention ain't pure. He ain't right. With that being said, y'all, let me read these last little super chats. And I'm going to get up off of here. Love y'all down to the ground, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. K1820 says, Happy New Year. Boo calculated up to 18 billion found. Wow. And fraud. I believe it. I believe it. You ain't got to tell me. Harlem Scholar, thank you for the super chat. Says, funny how the paperwork is missing now that the FBI has touched down in Minnesota. You get it? Then it says they're asking for all enrollment/attendance records for all the daycare facilities. Child, they going to swear to God it was all on paper and they don't know where's that girl. They caught a fire. If I was a Somalian, I use the clear stuff against them. And you know how the clears cut all our stuff on fire, girl. Set it all on fire, Faye. Hello. Thank you, Harlem Scholar. Drea, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Shout out to y'all in the building. Y'all get the lights up, please. Please, please, please. Thank you for the super chat. Truth be told says, yes, ma'am. The first video called When Cherokee Meant Indian. You're in it. Yes. I got to read that. When Cherokee Meant Indian. The first video called. I wish I would have knew what that was about. Thank you, Exquisite Empress, for the super chat. Says Happy New Year's to my sister from another mister. I think I read this one. Thank you so much. Happy New Year's again to you, Exquisite. Thank you. Truthful. Thank you so much for the super chat. She says they say the clears are behind the daycare scams. Yeah, that's why they're standing behind them. Listen, the Somalians are not the only people getting greased. Them clears that's behind them going like this, they getting greased too. And the ones you can't see getting greased. Absolutely. K1820, thank you for the super chat. Says, you have to watch the Clear Boys investigation. His name is Nick Shirley. It's crazy. They are so arrogant about it. IRS be on my neck for $1. Facts. And they inbred with their cousins. Not like us at all. Listen. And we're going to talk about this tomorrow. We're going to talk about the difference between here and there and culturally, how we're completely different, genetically, how we're different. We're going to talk about that in the future, but I'm saying all that to say this. They not like us. And everybody's getting greased from the top down. That dude, Nick Shirley, he done opened up this investigation. He better watch his head because they're going to be on his ass because they got clears on the left side that's not going to like this because if they getting greased, now you messing with my money. So he got to be careful, but I'm glad he exposing it because it's something not only that they need to see, we need to see. And in the future, we don't need to be giving away our power and our inheritance all on pretense of us having togetherness. With that being said, I'll see y'all later. Love y'all down to the ground. Thank y'all so much for being here. If you are new, subscribe, and everybody like the video if you haven't already. Shout out to Replay Gang. Love y'all. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy, for your boy, for your boy, also for your boy, fix it for your boy, drop it for your, wow, 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 lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.